After 4 years, he plans to attend college under the GI Bill. His major is criminal justice. Number 87, Caleb Campbell. Caleb is escorted by parents and Tommy Campbell. Caleb plans to attend TCC's in Oakland for degree in dental hygiene. Number 99, Corey Callan Jr. Corey is escorted by his parents and Corey Callan Sr. and siblings, Micah and Malachi. Corey plans to play football and major in physical therapy. Number 98, Chase Jones. Chase is escorted by his parents, Sonia and Charles, and brother Jared. Chase is planning to attend the University of Oklahoma to study meteorology. Next we have manager, Isaac Jones. Isaac is escorted by his parents, Tiffany and Danny Jones, and Sister Morgan. Isaac plans to attend Oklahoma State University for major in management information systems, and hopefully work for Oklahoma State football. Sports medicine student aide, Reagan Edwards. Reagan is escorted by parents, Jennifer and Leland Edwards, and Kendall. Reagan plans to attend the University of Texas Arlington to play softball and study physical therapy or athletic training. Sports medicine student aide, Drew Geiger. Drew is escorted by parents, Becca and Todd Geiger, and brother Mitchell, who plans to attend college to pursue a degree in sports management. Sports medicine student aide, Maya is escorted by parents, and Michael and siblings, Leah, Malcolm, and Maya. Maya plans to attend Oklahoma State University to pursue a degree in sports medicine. Sports medicine student aide, Emma Lawson. Emma is escorted by her parents, and Michael, Sister Jessie, and grandmother Sugia. Emma plans to attend the University of Oklahoma as an athletic trainer and work at high school college level in sports medicine. Next we have sports medicine student aide, Olivia Martin. Olivia is escorted by parents, Melissa and Sister Helen. Olivia plans to attend college and become a physician specializing in wound care. Sports medicine student aide, Andrew Wells. Andrew is escorted by his parents, Carla and Jim, and brothers, Billy and Jason. Andrew plans to study athletic training or becoming a surgeon. Ladies and gentlemen, about a big hand for all of our football players and trainers. Now let's recognize our 2019-2020 senior varsity cheerleaders. First, Robbie Armstrong. Robbie is escorted to my mother and stepfather, Tony and Nick Marty, and by his father and stepmom, Robert and Melissa Armstrong. Robbie is going to college on a scholarship, plans to gain an MP certification and become a fireman. Next is Kennedy Bishop. Kennedy is escorted by her mother, Courtney Duncan, father Ron Bishop, sister Miley Bishop, grandmother Kelly Grant, and grandfather Mike Duncan. Kennedy will be attending the University of Oklahoma next fall. Next, please welcome Madison Brooks. Madison is the daughter of Stephanie Smith and father and stepmother Chris and Kristen Brooks. She is escorted by siblings Austin Brooks, Callie Brooks, and David Smith. Madison plans to pursue a degree in nursing. Now let's meet Alexandria Cockrell. Alexandria is escorted by her parents, John and Cockrell, brothers Bryce and Jackson. Cockrell siblings are triplets. Alexandria plans to pursue a nursing degree in college. Next, let's meet Corin Conn. Corin is escorted by her mother, Catherine and Jim, brother Sebastian Carson, and grandparents Tom and Arnold. Corin plans to attend Oklahoma State University to study pediatric surgery. Next is Emily Dang. Emily is escorted by her mother's friends and father John. Emily plans to learn business in college. Please welcome Hannah Eddie. Hannah is escorted by parents Dave and Sarah Eddie, brother Hunter. Hannah will cheer at Oklahoma Baptist University next fall and plans to make his business. Meet Haley Boyd. Haley is the daughter of Gary and was scored by sisters Aisha, Kristen, Warren, and brother-in-law Blake. They would plans to earn a degree in communication from Oklahoma State University. Next is Hannah Thompson. Hannah is assisted by parents Robert and Heather Thompson. Hannah will be attending NSU Transformation Communication. Welcome, J.D. Hughes. J.D. is the daughter of Jason and Amanda Hughes, and is assisted by brother Tyler and Noel. They plan to attend Oklahoma State University next fall. Next is Brianna Woodbury, and is assisted by Robert, stepfather by and brother Cody. And plans to pursue doctoral and film studies in college. Next is Alex Mullen. Alex is supported by the parents Mike and Noel. Alex plans to make biomedical engineering college. Now meet Trinity Murray. Trinity is the daughter and Ryan and Dr. Trinity is supported by her mother, stepfather by brother Ray. Ty and Brandon and Nancy. Trinity plans to pursue college and interior design. Meet Aubrey O'Rear. Aubrey is assisted by parents James and Sarah O'Rear, and her sister is Izzy. Aubrey is raised in the University of Tulsa, made communication disorders and worked with teens and children struggling with mental health issues. Meet Taylor Thompson. Taylor is assisted by her parents Matt and Brooke Thompson, and siblings Wyatt and Madison. Take the attendance next month. All plans on becoming a preschool teacher. Our last senior, Alexandra is assisted by her parents, Jeremy and Lloyd. Brother Blake, she plans to continue in college and study dental hygiene. Ladies and gentlemen, what about a big hand for our seasoned cheerleaders?
In the folded flag, we see the heavy price of freedom. Nearly 9 out of 10 dependents of America's fallen and disabled soldiers do not qualify for federal scholarship assistance. The Folds of Honor closes that gap. Join us in this noble mission. Donate today at foldsofhonor.org. This is your call to duty.
With kids, life is one big adventure. So you need a strong financial partner like TTCU Federal Credit Union. They're always ready to help. And every TTCU checking account comes with a School Pride debit card. Every time you use your card, TTCU donates to schools. What better way to make a difference? Checking account? Why not call it your living account? TTCU. Life is better in balance.
Matthews Ford in Broken Arrow is known for offering nice deals on a great selection of cars, trucks, and SUVs, but we don't stop there. Matthews Ford helps to keep your vehicle running right in the quick lane. Tires, brakes, batteries, oil service, you name it, the factory-trained experts at Quick Lane can handle it, and on your schedule. Give it a try. You'll see why life is better in the quick lane. Log on to MatthewsFordBA.com for a no-hassle, informative, convenient, easy way to shop, which is a nice deal. Matthews Ford.
The Tigers of 1953 had a remarkable year as they finished 7-3 in the Verdigris Valley Conference. The team placed 4 seniors on the All-Star team, including co-captains Robert Ingold and Philip Sparling. The season was capped off with a 40-13 pounding of Pryor as the Tigers unleashed a 304-yard ground assault and a 147-yard aerial attack to win the game handily. This great moment in Tiger history is brought to you by First National Bank of Broken Arrow, a loyal fan of our community for over 100 years. First National Bank of Broken Arrow, the right balance.
Can you hear it? It's the sound of hope and health and strength. It's the sound of compassion, of open doors, where people and machines are in tune and miracles occur. It's the sound of personalized healthcare and active communities. It sounds like life, and it's what you hear when you really listen.
The AVB Bank Spotlight Series at the Broken Arrow Performing Arts Center is filled with Tony winners. The Color Purple, Finding Neverland, Tony winner and Oklahoma native Kelly O'Hara in concert, and celebrate the holidays with the legendary Kristen Chenoweth and Sandy Patty together in concert. For more information, visit BrokenArrowPAC.com or call 918-259-5778. The Broken Arrow Performing Arts Center and the Kristen Chenoweth Theater, bringing the world to Broken Arrow.
Tigers come out in Wildcat to start the drive. Isaiah Keller. Sanchez Banks left blocking. Keller has nice yards across the 50. He's inside the 40. Tiptoes down the sideline. 20, 15, 10 to the house. Isaiah Keller. Touchdown. Broken Arrow.
Last year I had a breakdown. Thoughts telling me I'm lost, getting too loud. Had to see a therapist and I found out something funny's going on up in my house. Yeah, I started thinking maybe I should move out. You know, pack my car, take a new route. Clean up my yard, get the noose out. Hang up my heart, let it air out. I've been searching, what does that mean, Nate? I've been learning, grabbing my keepsakes, leaving my burdens. Well, I brought a few with me, I'm not
Sanchez Banks is free at the 30, at the 20, to the 10, 5, house. Touchdown, Broken Arrow.
It's probably gonna be a long journey, but it's worth it though. Cold world out there, kids, grab your coat. It's been a minute, I know, now I'm back to Rome. Looking for the antidote to crack the code. Pretty vivid, I admit it, I'm in classic mode. The only pity given to me, but I can't condone. Talking down to me, I'ma have to crack your nose for cracking jokes. I'm looking for the map to hope. You see me? They're making a whole lot of changes.
Pass pump fake, firing to the end zone. And it's Torrey Dillard hauling it in for a Tiger touchdown.
Where the beat go? Oh, ain't that something? Drums came in, you ain't see that coming. Hands on my head, can't tell me nothing. Got a taste of the fame, it upon my stomach. Pull back up like I don't want it.
Ready to pass on first down. Firing deep, looking for Isaiah Keller. He's got him. 20, 10, 5, house. Touchdown, Broken Arrow. Jake Raines to Isaiah Keller for a 50-yard score. Out of the gun will take the snap himself, following the lead block of Sanchez Banks. He's got the seam, and Isaiah Keller is in for the 2-point conversion. We're tied at 35. Thanks to another huge game from Isaiah Keller.
Trapped inside that we try to suffocate, you know, hoping it dies. Try to hold it underwater, but it always survives. And it comes up out of nowhere like an evil surprise. Then it hovers over you to tell you millions of lies. You don't relate to that? Must not be as crazy as I am. The point I'm making is the mind is a powerful place, and what you feed it can affect you in a powerful way. It's pretty cool, right? Yeah, but it's not always safe. Just hang with me, this'll only take a moment, okay? Just think about it for a second. If you look at your face every day when you get up and think you'll never be great, you'll never be great. Not because you're not, but the hate will always find a way to cut you up and murder your faith. I've been developing and take a look at the benefits. Nothing to meddle with, I can never be delicate. My irrelevant, that depends how you measure it. Take a measurement to back it up and give me the evidence. Pretty evident, dependable, can never be tentative. I'm a gentleman, depending on if I think you're genuine. Pretty elegant.
Banks right into their pass. Keller stretching for the corner, diving for the pylon, and he's in. Keller gets the 2-point conversion, and the Tigers take a 1-point lead. UConn football, 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line. Dutton back to pass, sets up, looking deep. Bryce Machota makes the pick, and the Tigers are going to win on homecoming.
Yeah. Bryce, what a stud. I tell you what, that kid does nothing but make great plays.
In the folded flag, we see the heavy price of freedom. Nearly 9 out of 10 dependents of America's fallen and disabled soldiers do not qualify for federal scholarship assistance. The Folds of Honor closes that gap. Join us in this noble mission. Donate today at foldsofhonor.org. This is your call to duty.
Matthews Ford in Broken Arrow is known for offering nice deals on a great selection of cars, trucks, and SUVs, but we don't stop there. Matthews Ford helps to keep your vehicle running right in the quick lane. Tires, brakes, batteries, oil service, you name it, the factory-trained experts at Quick Lane can handle it, and on your schedule. Give it a try. You'll see why life is better in the quick lane. Log on to MatthewsFordBA.com for a no-hassle, informative, convenient, easy way to shop, which is a nice deal. Matthews Ford.
Can you hear it? It's the sound of hope and health and strength. It's the sound of compassion, of open doors, where people and machines are in tune and miracles occur. It's the sound of personalized healthcare and active communities. It sounds like life, and it's what you hear when you really listen.
Welcome back to Broken Arrow Memorial Stadium. Tiger football is on the air. Broken Arrow hosting Edmond Memorial tonight as the Tigers try and get win number 7 on the season. Welcome inside the broadcast booth here at Memorial Stadium. Charlie Hanema and Steve Spapital with you here on ArrowVision and 97.1 FM, The Animal. Coach, defense needs to get better. No other way to put it.
Well, we just can't give up big plays. You know, our offense is doing a pretty good job of what we need to be doing. And, you know, I really love the comments of what Dave was talking about earlier, you know, that we need to go out and execute. We need to start fast and score some points. And I think that's just really important what we need to do. And then, you know, basically raise our level of play because we haven't really been playing the way we need to be playing.
And Isaiah Keller last week, every time he touched the ball, it seems like good things happened. He had 3 carries, 86 yards, 2 touchdowns, or 3 catches, I should say. He also had 3 carries, 86 yards, 2 touchdowns. So 3 and 3, 4 total touchdowns. He had 2 2-point conversions, had a key 4th down conversion on a run. You can't say enough about what he means to this
he won
team.
the game for us. I mean, you think about it, we only had 37 plays. So he won the game for us, you know, single-handedly, basically. Because, and I'm thank goodness, because with not that very many plays that we ran, we were very fortunate to be in the game.
What do you focus on in this one? I know we've kind of talked about it, but in a game where you are favored by a bunch, you know, you face a team that has struggled, and how do you come out sharp, and how do you make sure that you hammer home that execution message throughout the week?
Well, you know, to me, it's don't put any pressure on yourself. To me, this is just another ball game. You know, don't talk about them specifically. Talk about the game specifically. Don't do anything that is going to add pressure to us, and that could be just something as simple as saying, "Hey, you know, this is do or die," or you know, we need to, you know, there is no tomorrow or whatever. You know, this is it. You know, don't add pressure to us. Just treat it as another game. Don't acknowledge the other team. don't acknowledge our injuries. And I tell you what, and just practice on our fundamentals and get our things ready for the playoffs. And hopefully we have Isaiah Keller getting into, like I mentioned earlier, boy, I'd love to see him at tailback. I'd love to see him in that, that wildcat and doing a lot of the read game option, throwing the football a little bit. And I'm sure Coach Wilkinson has a lot of things in his plan for that. But, this is what you do. Just don't add pressure to us. Get ourselves better fundamentally.
The captains are making their way out to midfield for the coin toss. One of those is senior right tackle Andrew Rame, making his 44th start in his Tiger career. For more on Andrew Rame, let's go down to the third member of our crew, Ryan Wyckoff, down to the field. Ryan?
Yeah, thanks, Charlie. As you said, senior Andrew Rame making his 44th career start. That's a school record here at Broken Arrow High School. But his brother, Nathan, who is a freshman who has special needs, who's always been around the Broken Arrow program. You'll see him out there today. He has his referee jersey, and he has that jersey on because Nathan loves officials, referees, umpires, you name it, he loves it. And so this week's officiating crew, they knew about that, invited Nathan to help out with the coin toss tonight. Andrew Rame's parents, Gerald and Andrea, our Booster Club presidents, they're here tonight. And so this is a great family. And as you said, Andrew, not to mention one of the best players in Oklahoma.
He's going to flip the coin. It's awesome. He got a haircut and everything just for this.
He looks great.
For this. He looks great. He did great.
Ryan, thank you. And Spav, one of the best moments I've seen with Nathan and Andrew. They've got a whole bunch of Special Olympics gold medals together, and Andrew threw out a first pitch at a baseball game earlier this year, and they let Nathan have his umpire uniform on, and he got behind the plate, and he called it a ball. That was the best part.
Andrew threw it.
Andrew threw it, and he got down by the plate, and he said, ball.
Yeah.
And everybody kind of laughed and said, man, tough official, even on his brother. So.
Well, he likes to imitate the officials during the game, and it's just awesome watching him. It's
Tigers
just really neat.
We'll start with the football to get this one started. They'll go from south to north. Not much of a wind, at least on the flagpole. Ryan, is there any weather concerns to feel, down on the field? I know it's chilly, but compared to last week, seems like a walk in the park.
I was just talking with someone on the field down here about the weather. It is night and day from last week, but it's a brisk 51, but no wind down here to speak of.
And dry. That's the best part. Ryan, thanks.
Yeah, they say the temperature is going to drop into the 40s here, low 40s here by halftime. So stay warm down there.
Nathan's making his way down to the corner of the field there. Got a big high five from Executive Director of Athletics, Steve Dunn. He's down there with his dad, Gerald, who's always on the tunnel crew, and just they really do everything. The Booster Club is so important for a high school football team. What an awesome moment. That was really cool. And that was all on Bill Shepard's officiating crew. They took the lead on that, and they wanted to make sure that Nathan was out there. So great moment there, and the kickoff team for Edmond Memorial is on the field. Their kicker is number 99, Ryan Bussard. Actually, this is 39, Wheeler. 99 is the punter. 39, Preston Wheeler will kick this away. Torrey Dillard is back deep to return. The Tigers are wearing the throwback uniforms, black jersey with the gold shoulder stripes and the gold pants and the BAHS and the retro Tiger helmet design. The team loved them so much last week in their debuts that they talked us into wearing them for senior night. So
these are my favorite ones too. I mean, they were awesome looking.
The right-footed kick from Preston Wheeler is away. This one will be fielded by Torrey Dillard at the 6-yard line. He's got a seam at the 30. Nice return here, and they'll mark Dillard down close to the 33-yard line.
Man, we had a seam there, too. We just missed one little block there. I can't believe they kick off on the right hash, and then they kick the ball in the middle of the field. Doesn't make sense. Typically, when you kick off from a hash, you try to limit the amount of space for your opponents to return.
Jake Raines leads the Broken Arrow offense out on the field. Sanchez Banks will get the start at tailback. He's flanking Raines to his right. First play, quick handoff to Banks at the middle. He's got a seam across the 40. Tough run, close to the line to gain. Right about 10 yards. They're going to move the chains.
Yeah, they're a man short already.
Peyton Medeiros on the tackle for the Bulldogs. Give Banks 10 and a First National Bank first down. Spav, when you talk about being a man short, I know we talk about that all the time, but if you're a casual fan, what does that mean?
Well, they have two backers, and we have one back. They're okay, but when we start when we start to pull a lineman back to one side, we add another gap.
1st and 10 here. Raines out of the gun, going to throw, looking for Keller. Just incomplete. It was underthrown by just a touch. Keller tried to come back for it, and it hit the turf.
Yeah, so when we pull a lineman like in a power, we're adding another gap to one side, and you have to adjust defensively to add to that other gap, and they're not doing that.
Torrey Dillard and Isaiah Keller go twins to the right. They do a little pre-snap twister, move Caleb Gamble, the tight end, over that side too. Raines takes the snap, gives to Sanchez. Banks trying to find a crease here. He gets across the 45 to the 46 or so, and it'll be the first 3rd down of the game for Broken Arrow.
Yeah, we'll see how good their secondary is, because we'll throw the football here, bootleg it or do whatever, but of course, I've seen Coach Wilkinson run that power play and run it forever. So, but here he is in the one back.
3rd down and 7 officially from the 46-yard line. Jake Raines claps his hands, takes the shotgun snap, drops back halftime, firing far side for Keller. He's got it. That's enough for another First National Bank 1st down into Bulldog territory, about the 44-yard line.
That was a good play, good pass. That was just one-on-one with Keller and the corner. He was the Z receiver over there on the same side as the tight end and just ran an out route. But he was showing that he was running deep and then cut it up short like a comeback route.
1st and 10 Tigers at the Edmond Memorial 44-yard line. Raines calls for the snap. He's got it. He'll give it to Sanchez Banks, and Banks cuts it back to the left toward the middle of the field. Give him a couple on 1st down, and it'll be 2nd and 8. Devin Pauley on that tackle for the Bulldogs, 5'11", 280-pound junior. He's a load up there at nose guard.
That was a great cutback there. I thought he was going to just break that tackle. The thing when you're in a cutback like that is the defense has a tendency to make arm tackles, and a lot of our backs will break those.
2 receivers left, 1 right for the Tigers, 2nd and 8. Ball at the Edmond Memorial 42-yard line, just getting started here on senior night. And Edmond Memorial, Luke Orvis needs a timeout to think about it.
Yeah, he wasn't sure what he wanted to do. It looked like they were going to try to run some pressure. I think they had a little confusion out there, so that was smart to make a timeout at that point.
Seniors we can give a shout-out to on the offense. Offensive line is all seniors. Adam Yancey, the left tackle. Hunter Morris, the left guard. Trevor Burkhartsmeyer, a 3-year starter. He's at center this season. Ryan Chapman is the right guard. And, of course, we've talked about Andrew Rame. 2 senior receivers, Torrey Dillard and Isaiah Keller. Senior tight end, Caleb Gamble. And really in this offense, he's like a 6th offensive lineman.
Absolutely.
They'll throw it to him occasionally. He's got a catch or 2 on the year, but a great blocker and really has improved throughout the season on that.
But we utilize, 2 tight ends a lot of the time, which I consider the fullback as a tight end.
Sure.
Because he goes on and off the line of scrimmage and they move and they trade to the other side. We're constantly doing that. And teams don't adjust. And Coach Wilkes is just trying to find the weaknesses in you. And so when he trades, he's going to have a play on you.
2nd down and 8 coming out of the timeout. Ball at the Edmond Memorial 42-yard line. Raines takes the shotgun snap, fires, looking for Dillard, and he just kind of threw it behind him.
Yeah, he was there. Threw a quick slant to the outside receiver. He was there. Just needed a good ball there. Threw it in the dirt. Now the whole goal is to find Keller. Get Keller the ball. Get him one-on-one.
Tigers on the season 40% on 3rd down coming into the night, 34 of 85. 3rd down and 8 here from the 42-yard line. 10-14 to go, 1st quarter.
He's going for it here.
Trips left for the Tigers. Raines out of the gun, little bubble to Keller. He's got him across the 40, trying to get outside. Short of the 35 is where they'll mark him out, so it'll be 4th and a couple. Looks like maybe 3. And they'll keep the offense on the field inside the 40.
We hadn't traded personnel grouping either. Looks like we got the same personnel grouping. I thought, with the trips like that, I thought he was going to throw it deep on that last one. So
4th down and 3 for the Tigers. Ball at the 37. They have to get to the 34. Reigns under center.
Power.
Gives to Sanchez Banks. They run the power. He's got the first down and more at the 30. He could go. 10, 5, house. Touchdown, Broken Arrow.
God, what a great cutback on that play. That kid just sees it. I'm telling you, hit the power and he cut it right back. They over-pursued. You know, a lot of teams over-pursue. And their linebacker over-pursued. He cut it right back.
8th touchdown of the season for Sanchez Banks is from 37 yards out. So 2 minutes in, the Tigers are on the board. Tyler Crawford on for the extra point. Bryce Machota will hold.
And that's the way to start fast. That's one thing that Coach Alexander wanted to do.
Snap spot, left-footed extra point from Tyler Crawford is up and good. 9:59 to go in the first quarter. Broken Arrow 7, Edmond Memorial nothing. This is Broken Arrow football.
Can you hear it? It's the sound of hope and health and strength. It's the sound of compassion, of open doors, where people and machines are in tune and miracles occur. It's the sound of personalized healthcare and active communities. It sounds like life, and it's what you hear when you really listen.
The AVB Bank Spotlight Series at the Broken Arrow Performing Arts Center is filled with Tony winners. The color purple, Finding Neverland, Tony winner and Oklahoma native Kelly O'Hara in concert, and celebrate the holidays with the legendary Kristen Chenoweth and Sandy Patty together in concert. For more information, visit BrokenArrowPAC.com or call 918-259-5778. The Broken Arrow Performing Arts Center and the Kristen Chenoweth Theater, bringing the world to Broken Arrow.
It was an 8-play, 67-yard touchdown drive. Took just 2 minutes and 1 second before Sanchez Banks scored from 37 yards out on 4th down. 7-0 our score here in Broken Arrow on senior night. Charlie Hanema, Steve Spavital, and Ryan Wyckoff with you here on 97.1 FM and on ArrowVision. Tyler Crawford is ready to kick this away for Broken Arrow. It's a low driving kick into the end zone for touchback, no return for Edmond Memorial.
They weren't even lined up to return it. I mean, there's no way.
Let's take another look at that touchdown run from Sanchez Banks. What do you see, Spav?
Look at this cutback right there. See, they over-pursued a little bit, and he cut that thing back just perfectly and saw that thing. And, you know, here was 4th and 2.5 almost, 4th and 3. Great play and cutback.
Carson Riney is the Edmond Memorial quarterback. He takes the shotgun snap, hands it off to his tailback on first down and stretch it out to the left side. They go with number 15, who's of course not on the roster. They gave us 12 tailbacks and 15's not one of them, so that's awesome. It's going to be one of those nights.
Man, I tell you what, they got a lot. That was such a slow developing play. It was amazing that he got 5 yards on that. He ran a long ways for 5 yards, that's for sure.
2nd down and 5 coming from the 25-yard line. They'll hand it off to Joe Bag of Donuts around the right side. He stretches it close to the 30. Looks like he's at or near the line to gain.
Yeah,
they're going to mark it with a 31, first down Bulldogs.
So I guess they're going to attack the perimeter on us. I think that's probably the best way to do it, too, anyway. Try to formation us and attack the perimeter. It's kind of tough to attack inside on us.
Bulldogs taking a little time on this play here. Play clock down to 9. They're still trying to get sorted out. Bringing a receiver over here near side right. Twins to the left. Riney out of the gun. Drops back, fires over the middle. That's incomplete. Looking for Medeiros. Darian Moss and Zeno were on coverage, sort of, but they get happy feet, or why'd they throw that so early there?
I don't know. I think he saw. I don't know.
I don't know what I
don't know why he wanted to throw it so early, but
yeah.
the receiver, he heard footsteps, so he didn't want to catch the ball.
Nate Williams is the tailback now. Number 1, we do have him on the sheet, so that's a plus. And there's some sort of stoppage on the far side here.
They're just going to milk the clock down. Okay, they reset it to 25 seconds now.
Yeah, it looks like had a receiver on the far side with an equipment issue. They subbed a guy out on the far side. Stacked receivers near side right, single receiver left. Now they go motion. It's a little jet sweep to number 7, and the Tigers are all over it. Jalen Moss swallows him up in the backfield. It was Jacob Gibbons on the carry, and he went nowhere.
Everything they run is just too slow developing. I don't understand it. And that's a zip sweep where you toss it out front of you. So if he drops it, it's an incomplete pass. But
12.5 tackles for loss for Jalen Moss on the season. That leads the team by a lot.
But you knew they were going to run that play because they had a slot, the fullback there.
Third down here, Riney back to pass. Far side has a man. It's Caleb Neesmith. He's going to be short of the line to gain at the 39. It'll be 4th down and 2, but Caleb Neesmith on the catch there.
Man, that was this quarterback. He gets rid of it pretty quick. He's got kind of a quick release. Kind of odd looking release.
Punt team will come out for the Bulldogs, I think. Nope. Yep. I think the punt team, everybody except the punters out. There we go. Now Coach Alexander's going to call timeout. They had one too many.
Too many people out there. Yeah, he's not a happy camper right now.
Let's go down to Ryan Wyckoff. Ryan?
Yeah, something I'm noticing, that the quarterback, like you guys said, getting the ball out of his hands quick, but it's on the money. Even that previous play where he threw it really quick, it hit both of the receivers' hands, but I'm with you guys. I think he heard footsteps, but the Edmond Memorial quarterback does seem to be, throwing on point.
Yeah, he does seem to be throwing it on target. It's just, those receivers are just hearing footsteps. It looks like it's kind of because we're right in that vicinity to get hit. They're there to get hit.
Torrance Ingram was the player that Coach Alexander was talking with after the timeout there. He's making his first start at middle linebacker tonight, and so maybe they spelled him on the punt return or something there. But one too many, and we got it sorted out. It'll be 4th down and 2. Torrey Dillard's back to return this at his own 35-yard line. The punter is 39, Preston Wheeler. He is straddling the 25-yard line, waiting for the deep snap here. Not much wind to speak of either way. So we'll see what kind of return Torrey Dillard can put on this. Deep snap is back. Right-footed punt from Wheeler is a wobbler. Fair catch called for and made by Torrey at the 36-yard line. So good field position again for the Tigers. They'll start at the 36.
That was an interesting punt formation, too. So that's kind of old school punt formation. Hadn't seen that in a long time.
Tigers found the end zone on their first drive thanks to Sanchez Banks. He's the tailback to start this drive. Two receivers to the left for the Tigers. Banks is the single setback. Jake Raines takes the snap, gives to Sanchez. Right up the middle he goes. Look at the room there. First down and more, close to the 50. Sanchez Banks just powers up to the 49-yard line. 13 yards and a First National Bank first down.
Well, this is a great formation for us against them, especially as we're working 2 tight ends, and then we have 2 wideouts, and we have the 2 wideouts on the same side. So, therefore, we can run where we want to run. We balance up the defense. So, we can show one side and cut it back to the other, and we can do a lot of things with this, and that's what we're doing.
14-yard carry officially for Banks up to the 50. So, 1st and 10 Tigers at the 50, 7:25 to go first quarter, 7-0 Broken Arrow. They'll give it to Sanchez again, and he's got another big seam right up the middle, across the 50 to the 43.
Yeah, here again is what I was talking about. We're running an inside power or inside lead, and we're pulling the backside guard. We're looping him up into the hole, and we're running the tailback right there, and they're not fitting it with 2 people. Anytime we pull that guard around there, they're going to have to bring another body over there.
2nd down and 3 from the 43, Raines back to pass, steps up, avoids the rush, now firing over the middle for Keon Barnett. It's tipped, almost picked by Peyton Medeiros. Good play by the safety. Maybe could have intercepted it, but he really just kind of swatted it down with one hand.
Good job by Jake is stepping up in the pocket. You know, they had a perimeter rush there. All you got to do is step in the pocket, but he did a good job stepping in the pocket and making the play there.
2 of 5 on the night for Raines passing so far. He'll hit one before we get too much farther into this, you would think. 3rd and 4 coming here. 3rd maybe in a
And this is just the first quarter, and he's
long
thrown 5
3.
times. We average 10 passes a game.
Raines under center on this 3rd down play. Takes the snap, rolling right into the bootleg, and he rolled right into the sack. There's Carson Mullins on the sack. Defensive end just
he came right off the edge there. You know, we went back to the 2 tight formation there to balance them up, and we were showing that same lead type play, and then he's going to bootleg out. And they happen to come off the edge and make a play. And the problem with that with the boot is if they do that, I mean, you're blindsided.
Tyler Crawford will punt this one for the Tigers. It'll be 4th down and 10. He takes the snap. Left-footed punt is a bomb. And it will bounce and roll into the end zone.
That's a great kick.
47-yard punt. Actually, right about a 50-yard punt. I don't think they updated the line on the scoreboard. So a 50-yard punt for Crawford. No return. 1st and 10 Bulldogs.
Really nice.
At their own 20.
Yeah, you know, I like what we're doing. I just don't, you know, his thinking is really good at what we're doing. We just got to, you know, when you run the bootleg, I've just always been a big believer is the way you run it, you got to be able to throw the ball on your 3rd step. And that's almost as soon as you turn and look, you got to be willing to throw the football.
Here come the Bulldogs. Trips to the left on 1st down. Riney's going to throw it over the middle. He's got a guy. It was 20, Mason Williams he was looking for, and it falls incomplete.
Yeah, I tell you what, we're going to pick one here in just a minute because their route combinations are not real sound as far as I'm concerned. It's just they're too clumped up into each other. So that's clumping us in there. So we're going to have a body come out of nowhere and make a pick.
2nd down and 10. Bulldogs at their own 20. 5:51 to go, 1st quarter. Broken Arrow 7, Edmond Memorial nothing. Riney takes the snap, gives it to his tailback, and Torrance Ingram is all over that one.
God, that was a nice fit.
First start of the season for Torrance Ingram, and he makes his presence felt with a nice tackle there.
That was nice, wasn't it? God, what a good fit. He just came right downhill, fit it, made a good tackle in there.
3rd down and 10 coming here for the Bulldogs. Still at the 20. Carson Riney's the quarterback, 15's the tailback. Even the coaches don't know who he is. Riney's rolling out to the right, under pressure from Zeno, and Zeno got him. Hit him just enough to get Riney to fall down inside the 15 of the 14.
I don't know if he touched him, did he?
He was going so fast that maybe the air knocked him down, but the fifth sack of the season for Zeno.
See, I love the concept of what Coach Hill does. Coach Hill does a great job. If you're going to sprint out, he's going to be in your face in about 3.2 seconds.
Preston Wheeler is ready to punt this away for the Bulldogs, standing right at the goal line. So Torrey Dillard's back to return, and he is at Edmond Memorial's 40. Play clock down to 5. Deep snap his way right up the middle. Oh, the punt, I think, is deflected. It was Jadean Floyd Wright, who I think had to have got a hand on it, but still the punt wobbles all the way out to the Bulldog 46-yard line. So it's a 32-yard punt still, but great field position.
What was their thinking on
for the Tigers? Quickly, let's go down to Ryan.
Yeah, on that punt, I didn't see a hand, but it looked like the punter had to adjust. And then on the previous play, I think that his hand hit the quarterback's helmet going by. I think the quarterback was actually bracing for impact, and that's what happened.
All right, Ryan, thanks. That was a couple wild plays there.
Well, they shifted on that punt. They shifted everybody over, and then we came from the other side.
Handoff to Sanchez Banks on first down. Banks fights off a couple initial tackles and gets all the way across the 40 to the Bulldog 38-yard line, so give him 8 on first down. Sanchez Banks is continuing to just mow his way through the Bulldog defense here. He's up to 81 yards, and we're barely halfway through the first quarter.
I know. Well, you know, we're winning the special teams battle, that's for sure. And this is giving us great field position.
2nd and 2 from the 38-yard line. Raines swings it out to Keon Barnett. Barnett has a seam. First down and more across the 30, 25. He'll be hit and brought down there by number 3, J.J. Rupp.
Well, I'll tell you what, they're showing a lot of pressure, and they're disguising pressure, and it's hindering their coverage. And you've got to be careful with that. Don't let a disguise hurt your coverage.
14 yards and a First National Bank first down for Keon Barnett. 1st and 10, Tigers at the 24. Bulldogs are in the neutral zone, so Broken Arrow will pick up 5. Bill Shepard is tonight's referee. Don't think he had his microphone on, but we won't hold it against him. 5-yard penalty there on the Bulldogs. It'll be 1st and 5 now, and the Tigers are in the Matt McCoy State Farm red zone for the first time tonight. 3 minutes to go, first quarter. Tigers up 7-0, knocking on the door. Raines opens up, gives to Sanchez Banks. Nice fill on this one by the Bulldogs. It was Nick Bermudez, and I think Banks found a way to get half a yard or so, and it'll be 2nd down 5.
We just missed that block. We ran the power. He just came untouched in there.
Christmas theme night for the Jungle. Always fun on the last regular season home game of the year. It's one day after Halloween. It's now November, so you can start getting in that Christmas spirit. Raines under center here, I formation behind him on 2nd down. Hand it off to, that's Julian. Is that Sanchez? There you go. Flag flies in. Banks goes into the end zone, but I think this is coming back.
Well, that's that little stretch play. What it does is allows Banks, you know, they're trying to run that outside zone. It's allowing Banks to find his own seams. And obviously he does a great job on that.
Looks like they had a block in the back called there by Bill Shepard. We knew that one was probably coming back just based on the location of the flag. But it was downfield a ways from the line of scrimmage, so this penalty won't be as long as you might think once they mark it all the way off. Ryan says that penalty was on Torrey Dillard there on the near side. Where it was down the field, though, it's really only a penalty of a yard or 2, so they mark this back at the 23.
2nd and 9.
Yeah, Tigers need to get down to the 14. Raines out of the gun, takes the snap. Bulldogs bring pressure. Sanchez Banks is bottled up kind of in the backfield there. He'll fight just to try and get back to the line of scrimmage, because they'll give him a yard or 2.
Yeah, they're taking a lot of chances now. They're blitzing. You know, they blitzed right into it there. It almost missed Banks. But they're taking chances right now. And it hurts them at times. If we get the ball out on the perimeter in the pass game, then we really have the advantage, because they're trying to load the box and show a lot of blitz and then do a lot of blitzing.
Michael Matthews in the game at tailback for this 3rd down play, 3rd and 7 from the 21-yard line. Raines out of the gun, drops back, fires, quick pass, far side to Keon Barnett. He's got him, shakes out the first man. 1st down and more. Barnett is going to score. Touchdown, Broken Arrow.
I'm telling you what, the yards after catch are unbelievable.
Watch the move he puts on this guy, too.
Yeah, nice little scissor route. You know, just kind of pivoting in with the outside receiver, and they run an out route with the inside receiver. Threw the ball on the money and allowed him to catch the ball in space and let him do his thing. And that's what it's all about.
Great block by Isaiah Keller on that play, too, to get Barnett into the end zone. Crawford's extra point is up and good. 1:06 to go in the first. Broken Arrow 14, Edmond Memorial nothing. This is Broken Arrow football.
My name is Abigail Bailey. I was at my yearly checkup when I was 12, and we went and got x-rays, and she diagnosed me with scoliosis and that we needed surgery as soon as possible.
Tulsa Bone and Joint was very compassionate. They took their time with us. They answered questions. He was very encouraging.
Dr. Clark helped me see that there is life after spinal fusion. Just because your spine is fused doesn't mean that you can't do what you love to do.
With kids, life is one big adventure. So you need a strong financial partner like TTCU Federal Credit Union. They're always ready to help. And every TTCU checking account comes with a School Pride debit card. Every time you use your card, TTCU donates to schools. What better way to make a difference? Checking account? Why not call it your living account? TTCU. Life is better in balance.
Welcome back to Broken Arrow, where the Tigers lead 14-0. Thanks to a 21-yard touchdown catch by Keon Barnett, his second touchdown of the season. It was a 6-play, 46-yard drive, 3 minutes and 6 seconds. Crawford's kick goes into the end zone for a touchback.
There's no way he wanted to return that thing.
Yeah, the return man for Memorial kind of stood and turned around and watched it to get in there, get in there.
He's trying to wave and blow it in there.
Interesting strategy.
Yeah.
So Bulldogs will start at their own 20, trailing 14-0 here at the Woodshed.
Got Big Barwig in there right now. We're playing a few other bodies right now. He's a good one.
Jalen Moss bounces out to that defensive end spot. Riney takes the shotgun snap, hands off to Bag of Donuts, stretching it near side right. And he's swallowed up by Darian Moss and Adonis Ballard, and Marion Horn, I think, was in there too. Ingram was in there. A lot of folks had that one sniffed out.
Well, I tell you what, he had a seam, but the difference is our speed is so much better than theirs. But once you break outside, break the containment, you got to head north or south fast. And he's not doing that. He's just trying to, everything is in slow motion, it seems like.
Loss of 1 on that play. 2nd and 11 coming here from the 19-yard line. 30 seconds to go, first quarter. Tigers up 14-zip. Riney out of the gun. Quick pass here. Almost intercepted by Marion Horn. It'll fall incomplete. They were looking for Jacob Givens. Horn was all over that one.
He didn't want the ball. He didn't want the ball.
Givens did, their guy. Horn
Givens didn't want the ball. I mean, gosh, we just ran a little play action slant and it just, man, I mean, he threw it, but that receiver just didn't want it, did he?
Third down of the game for Memorial. 0 for 2 so far. 2 receivers left, 1 right. Riney out of the shotgun. Drops back.
Good twist.
Has time, firing down the near side for his man. It was Neesmith, and it was incomplete. Covered like a blanket by Marion Horn.
Yeah. Great coverage.
Chota was there with coverage over the top. 3 and out for the Bulldogs with 12 seconds to go here in the first quarter.
I liked what we did on the front, twisting the front there. That was really nice because this way we can stay in coverage, and we'll see how good their offensive line are by passing off defenders.
Wheeler's back to punt at the 5. Dillard's waiting for it at the 44. Snap back.
Oh, he was held.
Just a wobbly short punt. It'll hit at the 42 and hit across the 45. They'll nice little roll there. They'll mark it right about the 50.
Great field position again. Great field position. Well, I noticed they decided to cover the A-gaps this time. See, when you run the old school punt team, your up backs are responsible for the A-gaps, and because you don't want the center really blocking anybody. Because it's kind of hard to block somebody when you've got your head between your legs and you're snapping the ball. So when they shifted those guys previously, well, they almost blocked it, and this time they decided to cover it. So, and they protected it.
We have 1 second to go in the first quarter. So one play coming here and then a timeout. 1st and 10 Tigers right at the 50. Jake Raines out of the gun.
He's going to go for it right here.
Handed off to Sanchez Banks. Banks tries to cut it back to the right. He's going to be hit and brought down by 89 Brady Stone. Tigers are knocking on the door again, though, in Bulldog territory. When we come back for the second quarter, this is Broken Arrow football.
The Tigers of 1999 closed out the century with a 7-5 record. Rebounding from a shaky start to the season, the Tigers, led by junior Mickey Nickel and spirited senior Tyler Wellhausen, finished strong, going 5-2 in their last 7 games, including a thrilling 34-21 victory over the Owasso Rams in the playoffs, where sophomore running back Keith Jacobs set a single-game rushing record. This great moment in Tiger history is brought to you by First National Bank of Broken Arrow, a loyal fan of our community for over 100 years. First National Bank of Broken Arrow, the right balance.
12 minutes in the books here at Broken Arrow Memorial Stadium. Tigers leading Edmond Memorial 14-0. I'm Charlie Hanneman along with Steve Spavital. Ryan Wyckoff is our man down on the field. Tigers will have the ball 2nd down and 8 from the 48 when we get things back underway. Double scores of note so far. Norman's up 14-3 on Westmore. That affects the district race. Edmond Santa Fe and Jenks. That one is a big one. We'll get into those scenarios a little later, but that game just starting with a 7:30 kick, so no score there. Back here in BA, 2nd and 8 from the 48-yard line. Keon Barnett in motion. They give it to him. They give it to him on the end around. Barnett has all sorts of room. Look at him go across the 30 before he bounces off a Bulldog defender. That's J.J. Ruff and out of bounds. Nice gain for Barnett. First National Bank first down inside the 25 to the 24.
You knew what we were doing. We had 2 big bodies off to one side, and we motioned the receiver over. So not only did he have a good escort there, man, he made a good play.
1st and 10 here at the 24-yard line. Dillard and Keller, twins left. Raines out of the gun. Hands to Sanchez Banks, sees part. Banks gets into the Matt McCoy State Farm red zone down to the 19-yard line. He's getting close to 100 yards already. He's at about 96.
Yeah, you needed 300 going into this game, basically. 290-something, just to be a 1,000-yard rusher. So he's doing a good job. We're balancing him up. We balanced him up there. We're in 2 tight ends. So now we dictate to them what we want to do and what direction we want to run.
2nd and 6.
Great play.
They give it to him again, running to the right. Close to the 15. They'll give him maybe 3 or 4 on this one. 3rd down short.
I'm seeing some different stuff.
Blake Horton, the middle linebacker, made that tackle for the Bulldogs, but 3rd and very manageable coming here. They've got him at the 16-yard line, 3rd and just 2.
Yeah, that was a stretch play by bringing, we pulled the onside guard out, and it was really nice getting people out there. And I tell you, once we get out in space, our athletes just are difference makers.
High formation behind Jake Raines on 3rd and 2. Michael Matthews is the tailback. Mitchell Banning, the fullback. Raines takes the snap, gives to Matthews. Great pancake block by Andrew Rame. Wow, Matthews has enough for the First National Bank first down. They'll mark him out right about the 10-yard line. But Raines just had some guy turtled and was laying on top of him.
Well, we're running that outside zone, and I tell you, we run it so well right now because a lot of these teams are crowding the box in here. They're just putting everybody in there to stop the power and all this other stuff. And then all of a sudden we stretch it out onto that perimeter there, and this allows our back to find the opening.
1st and goal, Tigers at the 10. They'll stay in the I formation. Michael Matthews, the tailback. He's the ball carrier. Straight ahead here on first down. Tried to cut it back to the right, but the Bulldogs had that one bottled up. Sam Taylor on the tackle, give Matthews a gain of 1.
Yeah, that was an interesting play because we pulled the play side in this case and looped him around for a cutback into it. That was a little different type of a play.
Sanchez Banks checks back in. Isaiah Keller checks out as they go jumbo set here. I formation, single receiver. Raines takes the snap, gives to Sanchez Banks. He tried to cut it back upstream and just missed the hole by a little bit. Nice job closing that gap by the Bulldogs. And so Banks will lose a yard here back to the 10. It'll be 3rd and goal from the 10.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to say, hey, you should have stuck it on that play because he sees it. You know, he sees the action. He cut it back. I think he made a great cut of what he saw, but then that backside guy just was standing right there in the hole for him.
3rd and goal from the 10 here. 4 receiver set for the Tigers. 3 left, 1 right. Ty Rozelle is the receiver at the top of your screen. Raines out of the gun with time. Fire looking for Dillard. Nice. He's all alone. Nice. Touchdown, Broken Arrow.
God, what a great play.
Torrey Dillard was all alone in the corner. It's a 10-yard touchdown, and it's 20-0 Tigers.
Well, he was the number 3 receiver. We had trips to the field. He was number 3. And see, we had the 2 outside receivers, or the outside receiver, the middle receiver ran in, and he ran a flag over top, wide open.
4th touchdown of the season for Torrey Dillard. Crawford is on for the extra point here. Snap, spot. Crawford's left-footed extra point up and good. 8:59 to go first half. Tigers 21, Edmond Memorial nothing. This is Broken Arrow football.
The AVB Bank Spotlight Series at the Broken Arrow Performing Arts Center is filled with Tony winners. The color purple, Finding Neverland, Tony winner and Oklahoma native Kelly O'Hara in concert, and celebrate the holidays with the legendary Kristen Chenoweth and Sandy Patty together in concert. For more information, visit BrokenArrowPAC.com or call 918-259-5778. The Broken Arrow Performing Arts Center and the Kristen Chenoweth Theater, bringing the world to Broken Arrow.
With kids, life is one big adventure. So you need a strong financial partner like TTCU Federal Credit Union. They're always ready to help. And every TTCU checking account comes with a School Pride debit card. Every time you use your card, TTCU donates to schools. What better way to make a difference? Checking account, why not call it your living account? TTCU, life is better in balance.
Welcome back to Broken Arrow. It's 21-0 Tigers, 8:59 to go first half. It was an 8-play, 50-yard touchdown drive. Took 3 minutes, 2 seconds. Capped off by a Jake Raines 10-yard pass to Torrey Dillard. Tiger offense is humming tonight. Tyler Crawford is getting ready to kick this one away. Left-footed kick is a bomb. This one might go through the uprights. A little short. Right between the E and the R in the Tigers. He looked like that thing was going into the jungle when he kicked it. Man, another touchback for Crawford.
I know, but they're not even, they're walking to the sideline. I mean, what if they didn't kick it in the end zone?
Check that up at the 1, yeah.
I just don't see that.
Here's our situation in the district race. Jenks, Edmond, Santa Fe, and the Tigers are all 4-1. Jenks and Santa Fe are playing right now. Jenks finishes with Westmore, Santa Fe finishes with Norman, and the Tigers go to Enid next week. More on that after this play. 1st and 10 from the 20. Riney out of the gun. Now under pressure, steps up. Jalen Moss is going to swallow him up for the sack. Flag came in, might be a face mask, but for now, it's a sack by Jalen Moss.
Man, that quarterback goes down quick, doesn't he?
Mm-hmm. Bill Shepard is tonight's referee. Brandon Parker, our umpire, he's the one who threw the flag. Paul Haney, the head linesman. Jim Edwards, the line judge, and the back judge is Pete Knudsen, formerly of Channel 2 fame. Here's the call from Bill Shepard. It's a 5-yard face mask, I believe. So they'll mark that off at the 24. It'll be first down again and 6. So our district situation really comes down to what happens in this Jenks-Santa Fe game. If Santa Fe goes down and Jenks wins, then it would be projected that the Tigers and the Trojans would each have one loss, and with the head-to-head, BA would win the district title. First down and 6 coming here. They hand it off to Nate Williams. He gets a couple brought down by Corey Callens Jr. He's second down and 3. If for some reason Santa Fe beats Jenks and wins out, Santa Fe would win the district title with that head-to-head tiebreaker over Broken Arrow. Looks like Tigers are going to be pretty much locked into that 1 or 2. Second down and 2 here. They give it to Nate Williams again. Nice job by the Tigers to swallow that up. Corey Callens on the bottom of that pile.
They're struggling here. I'll tell you what, they have 14 total yards of offense.
14 is the number. Tigers have 182. Bulldogs have 14. Third down and a long 2 coming here. 7:53 to go, second quarter. Broken Arrow leading 21-0. Riney out of the gun. Hands it off to Mason Williams. He's close to the line to gain. They'll move him here. First down, Bulldogs.
Yeah, they ran that diamond set. 2 fullbacks kind of sniffed up and against towards the line of scrimmage. You know, it's a little cold out there, not much wind. But I tell you what, it's a lot better than last week, wasn't it?
Sure is. Quick update from Jenks. Santa Fe strikes first. The Wolves take a 7-0 lead. No score at Moore and Washoe yet. Norman's up 21-3 on Westmore. Putnam City North leads Mustang 20-10. First down handoff by Edmond Memorial goes nowhere. It was Mason Williams on the coverage. Brothers Moss on the tackle. No gain. So that Mustang Putnam City North game is one we'll keep an eye on too, because that's likely for the 4th spot in that district, who would match up with the winner of ours. Clock running, 6:52 to go here, first half. Carson Riney takes the snap, play fake, fires, dumps it off to his fullback, Jacob Varnell. Got a couple. Chota makes the tackle at the 34-yard line.
Just good defense there. You know, they're coming with the formation of the series.
It's kind of like it's almost like a flex bone, but
I know they've
got like H-backs that are in there instead of outside. And
it seems like every offensive series they have a certain formation they like to try to run. So this one was having 2 little sniffer fullbacks in there. Now they've widened it out here since it's 3rd and long to 3 wide.
3rd and 6 here. Tigers bring pressure. They try and dump it off to the man out of the backfield, and it's overthrown incomplete.
Well,
Ryan, let's go down to Ryan. Sorry, Smith.
No.
Yeah, on that play, I may have been a little bit overthrown, but that was touched by at least 2 Tiger defenders.
Guy gets that out of there.
Trying to run the screen. I mean, Zeno was in his face so fast that he had to try to throw it before the screen even developed.
He had a lead blocker out in front of him if he were to catch it, but didn't really have much of a chance with where that one was thrown.
I know.
Preston Wheeler's out to punt again.
Well, we're going to block this thing.
Here they come.
Oh, man.
Jade and Floyd Wright almost got in there right up the middle. Torrey Dillard's going to make the fair catch on the plus side of the 40, right about the 42.
We're going to block one before the game's over. Great catch, too. I tell you, Torrey Dillard is getting so much better at returning punts. I love the way they're staying square. You know, they're going to challenge the ball at all times. Don't lose field position on this.
Tigers will have it 1st and 10 at their own 42-yard line. We'll take a timeout. Back with more after this. You're listening to Broken Arrow Football.
The Tigers of 1999 closed out the century with a 7-5 record. Rebounding from a shaky start to the season, the Tigers, led by junior Mickey Nickel and spirited senior Tyler Wellhausen, finished strong, going 5-2 in their last 7 games, including a thrilling 34-21 victory over the Owasso Rams in the playoffs, where sophomore running back Keith Jacobs set a single-game rushing record. This great moment in Tiger history is brought to you by First.
Welcome back to Broken Arrow Memorial Stadium. 1st and 10, Tigers from their own 42-yard line. BA leading 21-0. 5.5 to go.
Great. Here it
Hand
goes.
off to Sanchez Banks here. They'll run it to the right side. Banks has a seam, 50, across the 40. Finally forced out of bounds. Well inside Edmond Memorial territory.
Well, that's the old Green Bay Packers student body right. That was awesome. We had both guards out.
Trevor Burkhardt-Meyer was pulling from the center spot.
Yeah, we're just overtaking everybody. It was just unbelievable. Really what you do is you pull the uncovered lineman.
Great play for the Tigers. Brady Stone with the long flowing locks made the tackle for Edmond Memorial. First down, BA, First National Bank first down. They'll hand it off to Sanchez Banks up the middle here. Quick hitter gets inside the 30, all the way down to the 25-yard line.
God, that was just like a dive play, really.
Banks has this ability to where it doesn't look like it's going anywhere, and all of a sudden he's got 7 yards.
Hey, that umpire there is like the biggest man around. He's the biggest man on the whole field.
Yeah, I mean,
he's got to be 6'.
Ray might
9.
even have to double team him. He's huge.
I know, he's bigger than Rain.
That was a gain of 8 for Sanchez Banks. The play before was 25, so he's up to 131 yards already here in the first half. Keller goes in motion right to left. Trips to the left now. Rains, play fake, hits Keller on the little bubble screen here. Keller's got room here at the 20 inside the Matt McCoy State Farm red zone, all the way inside the 10. 1st and goal, Tigers.
That was neat. See, he motioned over and stopped behind the receiver, caught it, and came underneath. You notice that we pulled Rame, and we pulled several of our guys. Hunter Morris, we pulled those guys up in the middle, and he wrapped it underneath.
They had it blocked so well that Rame didn't even really have anybody to hit. He was just kind of clearing the path.
It was like running the, just the wide screen and bringing it underneath the tunnel screen. By running that, some people call it the jailbreak screen, but that was a form of it. Really nice.
Tigers call a timeout here. It'll be 1st and goal at the 8-yard line. Another First National Bank first down there. That was a gain of 17 by Isaiah Keller. So with 4:31 to go in the first half, Tigers lead 21-0. Knocking on the door here. If I had a guess, Spav, I would think Special K's coming for the Tigers.
Oh, I would love to see it. I would love to see him do something else. We're seeing a lot of things that we haven't seen.
I'm going to give you this. I'm going to call it Special K Twister. We'll see. I just feel like something's coming here.
Yeah.
1st and goal, Tigers at the 8-yard line.
Well, we're seeing a lot of different things with Isaiah Keller, like running that jailbreak type screen there, from motioning over and doing some things. I mean, we're finding ways that allow him to touch the football in space.
Keep your eye on the tight end on the right side.
Well, there you go.
Keller's out of the Special K formation. They're going to send Andrew Rame out for a touchdown. Rame is open in the end zone. If Keller can hit him, and he's got him!
Oh,
touchdown!
God,
Broken
awesome.
Arrow! Andrew Rame on senior night hauls it in.
Had to put a jersey on him. That's awesome. Oh my God, that was awesome. Hey, they're answering my wishes here.
It's like we've got a hotline to the coach's booth.
I'm saying, hey,
look at this again.
Let's run the Wildcat. Let's have him throw the football. Let's have him do things.
You saw the Wildcat right 1,000 times last week, and then Keller fires it back to the left to Andrew Rame, the big fella, hauling in a touchdown catch on senior night.
How awesome is that?
Tyler
That
Crawford.
just shows you how talented
Extra point is up and good. Nice job by Machota to get kind of a high snap down. 4:23 to go first half, 28-0 Tigers. This is Broken Arrow football.
In the folded flag, we see the heavy price of freedom. Nearly 9 out of 10 dependents of America's fallen and disabled soldiers do not qualify for federal scholarship assistance. The Folds of Honor closes that gap. Join us in this noble mission. Donate today at foldsofhonor.org. This is your call to duty.
Matthews Ford in Broken Arrow is known for offering nice deals on a great selection of cars, trucks, and SUVs, but we don't stop there. Matthews Ford helps to keep your vehicle running right in the quick lane. Tires, brakes, batteries, oil service, you name it, the factory-trained experts at Quick Lane can handle it, and on your schedule. Give it a try. You'll see why life is better in the quick lane. Log on to MatthewsFordBA.com for a no-hassle, informative, convenient, easy way to shop, which is a nice deal. Matthews Ford.
Welcome back to Broken Arrow, where Andrew Rame, the All-American right tackle, just caught an 8-yard touchdown pass to put the Tigers up 28-0, thrown by Isaiah Keller. A 4-play, 58-yard drive took a minute and 29 seconds. Rame ran for a touchdown in a game last year. Now he's got a touchdown catch. We just need to have him throw one and kick a field goal.
See, that ball could have been filled. They just don't want to touch the ball.
Touchback for the Tigers. Let's take another look at the touchdowns, Bev.
Oh, this is so awesome. I just don't understand why they don't recognize it.
Keller rolled to the right, fires back to the left. We were talking in the break about how we saw that coming and said, don't overthrow it. And man, Keller threw it right on the stripes.
I know, right on the money. I just love the way we're getting the ball in his hands. I just love it. That's just awesome.
1st and 10 Bulldogs at their own 20. 3 receivers to the right. Carson Riney hands it off to Darius Parker, and Brandon Barwood was all over that one. Loss of 4.
They were trying to run a stretch play like we did, except not quite the result.
Brings up second down and 14.
4:02 to go here, first half. It'll be second down and 14. Receivers to the left, this time for Edmond Memorial. Carson Riney back to pass, dumps it off out of the backfield to Darius Parker. Parker's got nothing. He loses a couple, runs out of bounds before getting hit by about 9 Tigers.
He just ran right out of bounds.
Self-preservation.
Man, well, it's kind of like we talked about earlier. Is they just don't have absolutely zero motivation to win the game. I mean, when you sit there and throw a flare and you just run right out of bounds, you're not even trying to gain a run.
Third down, 17 here. Ball at the Edmond Memorial 15-yard line. 13-yard line, excuse me. That pass is dropped. Hit Peyton Medeiros right in the hands. And falls incomplete. So 4th down and a bunch. From the 13-yard line.
Coverage brings up 4th down.
Yeah, that was a good pass. That was a good play. Back in formation.
Judean Floyd Wright has been close to blocking 2 of them. Number 36. He lines up right in the middle there.
Well,
looks like they've got kind of more of a max protect look here.
Well, we got it right over top of the 2. We're coming after it. There we go. There we go.
Tigers bring the heat. The snap is bobbled. Broken Arrow falls on it into the end zone for a touchdown. Keon Barnett recovers the fumble, and the Tigers take advantage.
Their punter's hurt too. He got walloped. He got hammered.
Don Fowler recovering the punt.
Take another look at the replay. Ethan Panique, I think, was number 8 who got in there as well.
That's just speed. We have so much speed. He knows that we're coming to block at the punter.
Here it
comes. He drops the
snap
ball.
Goes right through the wickets.
Sorry, son.
Ty Rozelle was the first man in there. Ty Rozelle got his hands on it, and the punter is on the turf there on the far side.
Well, he took a shot because we dove for the football and it hit his knee. He took a shot.
If we could take another look at that, that was awesome. Ty Roselle came firing in there and tried to fall on it. Then it squirted loose before Barnett got it.
Great speed, just great speed. I mean, it's obvious that they don't know how to protect on the punt. So, you know, we can do one of two things: just continue to rush it and block it. Now they don't have a punter, and he wasn't really that good of a punter. But yeah, he's struggling. They're carrying him off.
Take another look at the punt.
He took a serious
fumble recovered by Keon Barnett.
Yeah, you can't drop the ball in your end zone here, buddy.
Saw the heat coming. It wouldn't. I mean, just went right through the
Boom.
wickets.
Oh, hit him right in the
Roselle was the
left
first
knee.
guy in. Adonis Ballard almost had it. It was Keon Barnett that finally scooped it up for the touchdown and pinballed around there. Half the Tiger special teams were in there.
Oh, man, he took a shot on the left knee.
Snap spot. Extra point is up and good by Tyler Crawford. 3:25 to go, first half. 35-0 Tigers. This is Broken Arrow football.
Matthews Ford in Broken Arrow is known for offering nice deals on a great selection of cars, trucks, and SUVs. But we don't stop there. Matthews Ford helps to keep your vehicle running right in the quick lane. Tires, brakes, batteries, oil service, you name it, the factory-trained experts at Quick Lane can handle it, and on your schedule. Give it a try. You'll see why life is better in the quick lane. Log on to MatthewsFordBA.com for a no-hassle, informative, convenient, easy way to shop, which is a nice deal. Matthews Ford.
Can you hear it? It's the sound of hope and health and strength. It's the sound of compassion, of open doors, where people and machines are in tune and miracles occur. It's the sound of personalized healthcare and active communities. It sounds like life, and it's what you hear when you really listen.
Welcome back to Broken Arrow. It's 35-0 Tigers. Tyler Crawford's extra point or kickoff was into the end zone, and there wasn't a returner within 25 yards of it.
No. Once he kicks it, they start walking to the sideline.
Interesting. We'll take it. Tigers scored on a fumble recovery in the end zone by Keon Barnett. So that's Barnett's second touchdown of the game. And 3:25 to go here in the first half. It's 35-rip Tigers. Mason Williams will be the tailback to start this drive for the Bulldogs. He's lined up in this awkward formation. Play fake here by Carson Riney. They're going to fire it deep. Not a chance. Looking for Caleb Neesmith. 3 Tigers on the coverage, including Jalen Johnson. And it's incomplete.
See, the problem they're having is you shouldn't be throwing the ball. You need to be running the clock, if anything. Because this game's, you give us the ball back, we're going to score. They have a total of 1 yard offense.
Riney takes the snap, hands off to Mason Williams. Across the 20 to the 22. 3rd and long coming here for the Bulldogs. 7-7 now in Jinx. The Trojans have scored to tie it back up.
Mason Williams.
Norman is leading Westmore 27-10. Both those teams are fighting for the final playoff spot in our district, both 3-2. Right now, Norman has Santa Fe next week. Westmore finishes with Jinx. On the other side of the state, Putnam City North up 20-16 on Mustang in the second quarter. Back here in BA, 35-0 Tigers, 2:45 to go first half. 3rd and 8 for the Bulldogs. Riney passes it. I'm not sure if that was the guy he was looking for or not, but it's caught by Trace Evans.
The guy caught it.
They ran 2 receivers right there. It looked like he airmailed the first one, but maybe we'll give him the credit. He was looking for Evans. He caught it sliding. Enough for first down there to the 39-yard line.
First down, Bulldogs.
Yeah, he was going to catch that ball and go down. I mean, there's absolutely no yards after catch.
Riney looking for his tailback out of the backfield, juggled and caught. Nate Williams Not much here. Machoda's going to force him out of bounds with Darian Moss. I don't even know if that's a loss of the play. It's a completion, but a loss of a couple. Interesting.
They just run out of bounds. They run the flare screen, catch it, and run out of bounds.
Line of scrimmage, just a 35-yard line.
Second down and 15.
Figure that out.
Well, I wouldn't run the flare screen anymore.
Handoff up the middle here to Nate Williams.
Nate Williams carrying the ball.
That's kind of hard to figure out who made the tackle on that one. It was like our whole team.
Team tackle.
Makes it 3rd and 14.
An ambush of Tigers on the stop.
Yeah.
1:55 to go here in the first half. Broken Arrow leading 35-0. Yard line, need to get all the way to the 49. 3 receivers to the right for the Bulldogs. Carson Riney drops back under pressure, now fires back over the middle. Incomplete. He was looking for Williams. Adonis Ballard was all over it.
Pass is incomplete, intended for Mason Williams.
Adonis Ballard is limping off on this play. Looks like a right ankle. And man, hopefully he just rolled it and stepped on something and can get back because, geez.
He's starting to play very well.
The defensive backs have been dropping like flies.
I know, we can't do that.
Punt team is on for the Bulldogs. We'll keep an eye on who is actually back there to punt. They'll go with 36, Jacob Varnell this time. Last punter is still
Jacob Varnell.
Well, we're lined up to block it again.
Here comes the heat. Varnell almost better block, gets it away. Torrey Diller is going to back away from this one. It's going to take a Bulldog bounce inside the 35. Mark it down right at the 30-yard line. So a 45 or a 35-yard punt for the Bulldogs. Tigers will take over 1st and 10 at their own 30 with 1:19 to go in the first half and 1 timeout. And oh, by the way, a 35-0 lead.
Yeah, I got 119. We score quick. We're good at that. So I'd say he's going to play action and find our man, Isaiah Keller.
Sanchez Banks is the tailback, no play fake. Reigns steps up in the pocket. Now he's going to scramble to the left. He's going to keep this and cut it back and head out of bounds. So we'll try again. Clock stops, 1:10 to go here. Give Reigns about 6 up to the 36-yard line.
Come on, just send it to the house. Just throw it deep. Let Isaiah run underneath it.
Just send it to the house. What more could you need?
I know.
Fair enough. 2nd down and 4 from the 36-yard line. Reigns steps up, avoids the rush. Now he's going to roll to his right. Fires on the move. Incomplete. He was looking for Dillard.
That's dangerous, too. Don't ever throw back into the field. Sometimes it works. Most of the time it doesn't. You know. But
yeah, he was running toward that sideline and wasn't sure if he wanted to fire it or.
Well, the hardest thing is to get your shoulders completely turned to throw the ball back into the middle of the field.
3rd and 4 coming here for the Tigers.
See, we're doing a good job because Isaiah is number 3, or he's the number 1 receiver.
Reigns sets his feet, fires for Keller, and it was just overthrown off his hands, incomplete.
Pass intended for Isaiah Keller.
So he was the number 1 receiver in trips. So he moves around a little bit, and that's good because you don't ever want him to be where you think he should be.
56 seconds to go here in the first half. Tyler Crawford will come on the field and kick this one away. It'll be his 2nd punt of the night. Tigers did not punt at all last week against UConn. His first one went 50 yards into the end zone for a touchback. J.J. Ruff is back to return for the Bulldogs. He's waiting just inside his 25. Crawford's left-footed punt is
Nice punt.
A spiraling kick deep inside the 30. It'll hit and check up, and Tigers will down it.
Good coverage.
Keon Barnett will down it about the 27. Ryan, what do you have?
Yeah, it looks like I'm not sure if Adonis Ballard will be out the game, but it doesn't look like he's going to come back this series. From what I heard, we might be seeing Michael Matthews back on defense filling in. So we'll have to check in here in a second and see.
Ryan, thanks. Good eyes. Matthews is indeed coming on the field at that safety spot alongside Bryce Machota. So that's kind of where he was playing coming into the season, and then they threw him in there at running back in a JV game, and that's how he ended up on offense. But Michael Matthews, 21, in at safety right now on this drive for the Tigers. 1st and 10, Edmond Memorial, 47 seconds to go here. Riney swings it on the outside, looking for Medeiros. Incomplete.
Pass is incomplete.
He just
Cynical facing Medeiros.
I don't know what their thinking is on that one. I mean, they had the guy wide open there. He just decided to throw it way over his head.
Carson Riney's got a bunch of bone stickers on the back of his helmet from something, I presume.
Yeah.
2nd and 10 here from the 27-yard line. They'll hand it off this time. Darius Parker, the carrier, up the middle, and I think that'll just do it here for the first half. Bulldogs won't have to snap it again if they don't want to. We'll see.
I don't think they want to. I don't think they should.
Kevin Moss making a stop at number 15.
You just never know. Doesn't look like Memorial wants to run any more plays here, but the Bulldogs are still on the field looking over to that sideline.
Yeah, they've been milking the clock. Yeah, they've been milking the clock all. Here it is, 35-0. They've been milking the clock all half.
Headsets are off.
And that's the end of the first half. Here score the Tigers 35
the first half. 2 quarters in the books. Tigers leading Edmond Memorial 35-0. Let's go down to Ryan with Coach Alexander.
Well, Coach, we'll get to see Andrew Rame catch a touchdown pass. Can you talk to me about that play?
Oh, he's right. We talked to Charlie. I talked to Charlie before the game. His 44th start. It's got to be some kind of record. So we worked on it. It's kind of special, and the name of the play is Boomer, right, for him. So it's kind of cool, man. He's done so much for us. And it's a game, we knew if it wasn't going to be open, Keller was just going to either run or throw it in the back of the end zone and play another down. But it was kind of fun.
So it's 35-0 at half. How do you keep your team motivated in the second half?
Well, we haven't deserved the right to relax and play easy so far. So we need to keep playing hard. After here in a little bit, we'll start subbing some guys, but we need to play hard. We need to continue to play like we're playing here in the first half.
All right, thanks, Coach. Great first half.
Ryan, thank you. Coach Alexander, obviously happy with how that first half went. 35-0 their score. Very special touchdown play there to Andrew Rame earlier in the game. We'll take a timeout. Ken Ellett here with the halftime show. After this, you're listening to Broken Arrow Football.
The AVB Bank Spotlight Series at the Broken Arrow Performing Arts Center is filled with Tony winners. The color purple, Finding Neverland, Tony winner and Oklahoma native Kelly O'Hara in concert, and celebrate the holidays with the legendary Kristen Chenoweth and Sandy Patty together in concert. For more information, visit BrokenArrowPAC.com or call 918-259-5778. The Broken Arrow Performing Arts Center and the Kristen Chenoweth Theater, bringing the world to Broken Arrow.
With kids, life is one big adventure. So you need a strong financial partner like TTCU Federal Credit Union. They're always ready to help. And every TTCU checking account comes with a School Pride debit card. Every time you use your card, TTCU donates to schools. What better way to make a difference? Checking account, why not call it your living account? TTCU, life is better in balance.
"2019 Breaking Down the Walls" was actually It was a very fun event. A lot of students went out, and I got to meet a lot of new people, and it was a great time to connect and bond with people.
Breaking Down the Walls is a one-day, all-school day event where students come, no matter what you do, who you are, you can come, and we do lots of talking to different people and lots of like icebreaker games, and it's just a really fun time to connect with people you wouldn't normally get the chance to connect with.
The purpose of Breaking Down the Walls is so you can make students on campus more aware of what's happening around with other people's lives, because on a daily basis most of us go day in, day out, and we don't really think about others or what may be happening, or we even get caught up in stereotypes, especially in high school. So Breaking Down the Walls really puts an emphasis on life outside of high school.
Breaking Down the Walls is beneficial because it can give you the opportunity to see what your peers are going through, and it can introduce you to some people that you never met, and it can build relationships with people that you might have not gotten the opportunity to build a relationship with.
One of my favorite things for Breaking Down the Walls was definitely the final event was Cross the Line. It was probably the most tear-jerking and most emotional part of the whole event. It's where all the students got together and where they became like more aware of what was happening.
I think you should definitely do Breaking Down the Walls, and the only hesitation I can see someone having is, not wanting to have to talk to people or being nervous to, interact. But the thing is, everyone's nervous and everyone's a little bit uncomfortable at first, and it's just something that slowly fades away when you're there.
What I would say to people that are thinking about going next year, or even if they're not thinking about it, I think you should definitely look into it. It's very eye-opening, and it's an amazing activity. It's really something.
Wildcat formation. They go to the right. Sanchez Banks trying to clear a path. Keller stretching for the corner, diving for the pylon, and he's in. Keller gets the two-point conversion, and the Tigers take a one-point lead. 41 seconds to go. UConn with the ball, 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line. Dutton back to pass, sets up, looking deep. Bryce Machota makes the pick, and the Tigers are going to win on homecoming.
I started cheer when I was a freshman. Before cheer, I tumbled for like my whole life since I was 2, but I never stunted. I became a flyer because I'm 5 foot tall, and I mean, I'm not necessarily not strong, but like not as strong as other people. My favorite thing is probably like seeing things from a different perspective and like just being kind of the center of attention. The people that lift are the bases. There's 2 of them, and then there's a back spot that's holding your ankle and lifting up. There's a lot of pressure whenever you're a flyer because you're the person that everyone sees, and usually when a stunt doesn't hit, they blame the flyer first. There has to be like a lot of trust between everyone in the stunt group, but you can't really think about it because if you think about it, then it's not going to go that well, but you just have to put everything in them and just believe that it's going to go well.
The biggest thing I enjoyed the most in Mr. BA was probably having to learn the group dance. We went over that like 40 times, and at the end of the night I was exhausted, but it ended up being worth it, and it was just so much fun getting to meet all the other guys.
My favorite part of Mr. BA would probably have to be just how involved all of the guys got into their acts and performances. It was really cool working with all the guys and just seeing how into it they got.
I think guys, you should do this next year because it gets you out of your comfort zone, and you get to meet a lot more great people and some of the staff around the school that I've never met before.
Guys should do this for the experience, for the fun, for the thrill, not necessarily if you win or lose, but just the experience of having the group of people with you.
I'd have to say my favorite talent has to be Braxton Repschlagers.
I enjoyed Braxton Repschlagers. Laying sod, it was pretty hilarious.
He laid down sod on stage. I feel like he was Mr. BA for coming up with that idea alone. I would have never thought about laying sod on stage.
My talent was I was a magician. So I got up there and did a couple magic tricks, brought one of the judges up on stage to perform with me. She did an awesome job, and it was really fun.
My talent, I put a lot of thought into it, and really my talent was eating cereal on stage in front of everybody because, you know, not a lot of people are comfortable with the way they eat cereal.
The winner of the 2019 Mr. BA pageant is Grant Galloway.
So as soon as they had announced my name and had announced the fact that I had won Mr. BA, I was in complete shock and I had no idea what to do. I just stood there in absolute awe. And I kind of looked around for a second and I was like, I won Mr. BA? It was really, really cool hearing all the audience like cheer my name, and like it was a really fun time.
This whole camp experience, this theatrical experience for a week, feeds me. It's actually selfish because it's what keeps me going for the rest of the year.
It's been really, really amazing. I was really intimidated going into this because I knew I didn't have the experience under my belt. A lot of these kids are already friends or have done theater or this camp together before. And so I was like, how am I gonna make friends? How am I going to do my best if I feel like I've never had any proper training? But this is a boot camp, you know, they're here to help me and to make sure I do my very best. I've learned so much because of this, and I've obviously made lots of friends, and I've had a really fun time.
I see kids, especially the repeat ones that I get to see now that are in their third year, and I'm like, I'm watching you, and mainly what I've watched is evolution.
It's really great to be a third year because I feel like you've met so many new people, and so you have people that you've known from years before, and then you meet more people and you get to know more teachers, and that's cool.
I love theater so much. It's really helped me find who I am as a person and to build up confidence.
People have more confidence. Kids are growing, and I don't mean this way, I mean here. And of course, whether they decide to do music choreography, dance, be a writer or director. It's almost like we all, the faculty and I, and everybody who works here, are giving them the bigger gift, which is believe in yourself. Go forth in what your purpose is.
I have changed over the years, and each year I just got more confident with myself and trusting others, and this place really has grown in the best way possible with all of the people changing and having more confidence in themselves like me.
My favorite part about this camp is the relationships that you make with people. I mean, we talk all year, we have a group chat, and we like tell each other about performances. And I met my best friend who's here at the camp. She lives in California, and then I have some friends that go to Union and just different schools just around Oklahoma. It's really cool to have friends from different places.
To get my faculty together, you would think, oh no, it's going to be so hard. They all have either started with me, or most of them have repeated, or people are clamoring to come.
There have been a bunch of ways to go about acting and dancing and all the choreography that they've taught us that have just totally changed our minds on how to go about it, or just different ways to look at it, your point of view. Anything we did had to mean something. And that was probably the most educational thing that I found.
The Skype sessions are really cool because we get to talk to people who have more experience than we do, and we just get that extra leg up on like how to get started, what it's like being a Broadway star, and what you have to do. It's just really good to like talk to those people and be able to ask them questions because they're really educated.
I'm so lucky because a lot of my faculty, not just me stay in touch with the kids, but the faculty will too. We've written letters for them to go to college. We have some kids who are now in college doing music. And dare I say, in the future, if I don't have a Grammy winner, a Tony winner, an Emmy winner, and an Oscar winner, then something's up. Because I'm putting money down. Oh, let me rephrase that. I'm not a betting woman, but if I were, I'd put money on it.
I know that I want to be like her someday and just get my voice out there. So yeah, it's very inspiring, and it gives me reassurance that I can do the same.
I'm just so excited that we've been able to do year 5. So many camps don't make it past year 2. I can't wait for the 20th year.
Y'all saw me down, but them numbers finna run up. Bet I win. Bet I win. Yeah, I'm on the come up. Y'all saw me down, but them numbers finna run up. Bet I win. Bet I win.
Bet I might put on my back. Bet I'ma rack up my racks. Bet I go straight to the booth. Bet I go hard to the max. Bet I'ma come with the knock. You scared to get off on my block.
Broken arrow at the Norman 15-yard line. Jake Raines out of the gun, firing deep near side, and it's caught. Touchdown, Broken Arrow. Torrey Dillard.
You don't know half of the truth. You ain't got half of the plot. But telling us lies, but when I'm surprised, they mimicking none of that God. I'm so authentic. Oh, society, I call me a menace. Whoa, but this is just the beginning. Oh, I was broke for the record, no Guinness. Whoa, y'all little suckers so strange to me. Y'all don't really wanna play games with me. Y'all lovers never been the same to me. They don't go win cause I came to eat. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I'm on the come up. Y'all saw me down, but them numbers finna run up. Bet I win.
Right under pressure, and he's going to be chopped down and brought down by Terrian Moss.
Yeah, I'm on the come up. Y'all saw me down, but them numbers finna run up. Bet I win. Bet I win. Ooh, yeah, I need my respect. I need every zero we agree to on my check. Run it. Ooh, nah, please don't tell me that. Please don't turn me in the dark night right off the bat. Ayy. Young Bruce Wayne and Balmain. Why you so impressed? This designer not my calling. You got all them zeros, but you still don't feel you balling. I look in the mirror, I see winner, I'm not falling. Looking for me, you know I'm mad, you know I'm slack. I go to the max, look at my wall, trophies and plaques. You want a nab, making me laugh. Ooh, I could get that.
Fake rain sets up, firing, he's got Keller, and it's gonna be a touchdown. Kewan Tolbert, and he's gonna stretch across the end zone and score. Touchdown, Broken Arrow. Under pressure, he's going to be sacked and brought down by Campbell Yeager. Fires, intercepted. It's Isaiah Keller, and Keller has room to return this one.
Bet I win. Bet I win.
Sanchez Banks has a seam, and he's going to follow his blockers into the end zone. Touchdown, Broken Arrow.
been summoned for a special occasion. I stay ready cause destiny impatient. Changes, I've been seeing changes. If you talking fire, then we speak the same language. And mine don't ever get extinguished. Could count my friends on one set of fingers. And and they trying to cut the supply, but my energy is at an all-time high. Coming up, I'm coming up. Feel the rush, I feel the rush. If this ain't legendary, what you call it? I said if this ain't legendary, what you call it? Feel the vibe, I feel the vibe. Extra live, I'm extra live, and I don't need improvement. Fell asleep, a man woke up superhuman. Tension thick enough to cut it with a knife. The pressure building like it's trying to bust a pipe. Chaos don't take a day off, lot of wrongs to right. I was built for the hustle, hard work and late nights. Oh no, they never seen a force like this. 5 fingers balled up in a one firm fist. So if history is written by the victor, then leave blank pages with a space for my picture. Cause this is what I live for. Coming up, I'm coming up. Feel the rush, I feel the rush. If this ain't legendary, what you call it? I said if this ain't legendary, what you call it? Feel the vibe, I feel the vibe. Extra live, I'm extra live, and I don't need improvement. Fell asleep, a man woke up superhuman. Pressure turned me into a giant. A thin line between living and dying. I'm on the edge and I might just dive in. No turning back, man, I'm ready to go. Coming with me or I'm going alone. Changes, man, I'm talking changes. On a crash course, but I ain't afraid of danger. Now let me give you what you came for. Woo!
In the folded flag, we see the heavy price of freedom. Nearly 9 out of 10 dependents of America's fallen and disabled soldiers do not qualify for federal scholarship assistance. The Folds of Honor closes that gap. Join us in this noble mission. Donate today at foldsofhonor.org. This is your call to duty.
Matthews Ford keeps your vehicle running right with Quick Lane. Try it and see why life is better in the Quick Lane. Log on to MatthewsFordBA.com for a no-hassle, informative, convenient, easy way to shop, which is a nice deal. Matthews Ford.
Can you hear it? It's the sound of hope and health and strength. It's the sound of compassion, of open doors, where people and machines are in tune and miracles occur. It's the sound of personalized healthcare and active communities. It sounds like life, and it's what you...
Welcome back to Broken Arrow Memorial Stadium. A little bit of an extended halftime here as we had to rouse the Bulldogs from their slumber in their locker room, but we're getting the team stretched out, get ready to go here for the third quarter. Charlie Spav and Ryan back with you here on ArrowVision and 97.1 FM. It's 35-0 Broken Arrow at the half. Ryan, what are your observations down there on the field?
Well, number one, as Spav noted earlier, it is about 45 degrees down here, so it is getting a little bit cooler. Also, just a fun fact, Tyler Crawford was warming up with kicks and had one bounce on the goalpost twice, which got a good eruption from the from the rest of the team. So something to look for on those kicks. We've been talking about it going through the goalpost. Well, now he can hit it on top of the goalpost.
Yeah, you don't want the doink on the field goal or the PAT, but if you can doink it off the crossbar on the kickoff, we'll let that slide. That's fine.
Yeah.
He's checking him right now from the 45, so he's up a little bit. But Spav, how do you coach this when it's a blowout and you've got another? But seriously, you've been there. So how do you keep these guys locked in? Because like Coach Alexander said, because there really hasn't been that complete game that we've seen for a while. So they need more work here a little bit.
Yeah, it's just like I say before, is just you have to coach against the game and not against Edmond Memorial. A 3 technique's a 3 technique. No matter who you're playing against, you still got technique you got to fine tune and go. But the biggest thing is for me is not get too fancy and not show a lot of things that we would normally down the line, but just execution. Just really work on your execution, your timing, everything that is important. Because what's going to happen now is you're going to start trading a lot of personnel in here. You're going to be putting some of your second teamers in with your starters, and you're not going to just take them all out at once. And then eventually, allow them to have some success. Let them play with some of the starters. But you've got to really work on that execution and that timing, and don't allow that to interrupt your play. So, and getting the hardest thing I think about this too is your special teams. You want to try to get your guys out. Some people have different philosophies. Keep your special teams the same and then change your offense and defense. Well, I never really believe that. I think you need to change your special teams as well, because you have backups on that. You practice them. So they might as well work it. So, but you're going to have times where you're going to have to call timeouts because you don't have the right guys out there or something. There's somebody not paying attention. So that's the hard thing. But one of the biggest things too is when you have these backups in here, is you got to coach hard. You got to coach them harder than you do your starters, because you want them to play hard, because those are going to be your players next year.
While we have a minute, we should give a special congratulations and a send-off to assistant athletic. Excuse me, I'm trying to fight a bug here. While we have a minute, we should give a special shout-out to assistant athletic director Melinda Knight. This is her final game in her role with Broken Arrow Public Schools. She will be joining the team at her alma mater, Oklahoma State University, doing external relations. Melinda's been with the district for 25 years and plays such a key part in our game day operations, making sure that all the people on the field are in the right place, right time, heavily involved with our spirit programs and a bunch of other things at the Broken Arrow Athletic Department. So, Melinda, thank you for your service to Broken Arrow Schools. Congratulations on the new gig, and you know where to find us here at Tiger Field, and she lives down the street, so she knows where to find me for sure.
I'd like to give a little shout out to all the sponsors that helped with our senior football events this week. Always Fit Nutrition, Kevin's Catering, Reese's, Wingstop, Tasty Treat, Bluebell Ice Cream, The Corn Popper, Ace Hardware, Care First Pharmacy, Beef Jerky Outlet, Brett Rojo Photography, Gore Fam Athletics, and Charlie Chicken. These people are amazing for what they did to make this such a special senior event.
Yeah, and it's not just senior night. That's what the fans see, but then they had a senior dinner, and I think they had a senior breakfast, and they had a senior lunch one day, and it's really awesome to see the entire community kind of come together and support
absolutely
this football program. And, some businesses can do a massive financial contribution, and some can donate a meal, and there's room for everybody.
And they're all willing to help.
Yeah,
they're just willing to help.
Really great to see, though. Thank you, sponsors, for all your support. Tyler Crawford with the left-footed kick to start in the third quarter, and that hits the Ian Tigers for another touchback. Edmond Memorial will start 1st and 10 at the 20. Tiger football on ArrowVision and 97.1 is also brought to you by our One Club sponsors, TTCU Federal Credit Union, St. John Broken Arrow, and Tulsa Bone and Joint, the official health care providers of the Broken Arrow Tigers. First National Bank of Broken Arrow, the Arrow Group, and Matthews Ford. Thank you all for your support of Broken Arrow football and Broken Arrow Public Schools.
Now defense needs to set the tempo here. Let's stop them, get a good 3 and out, get good field position.
Right, and he hands it off to Williams on first down, and this goes nowhere. Swallowed up by, I think, Machota. Parker Darnell was in there too, tackle for loss.
Well,
back at the 18.
Parker did such a great job. You know, he held the blocker up, and the tailback ran right into the back end to him, and then he bounced it out right to Bryce. Made a great play.
Loss of 2 on the play. Second down and 12. Carson Riney surveys the defense, taps his left leg, now calls for the snap. He's got 2 receivers to the left. Quick pass here, incomplete, overthrown, looking for Peyton Medeiros. Never had a chance.
Well, the biggest problem he has, this quarterback does, is he stares it down before he even takes the snap. I mean, it's kind of like, you know exactly where he's throwing it right from the get-go before he even receives the snap. So that's to our advantage. And I tell you what, our kids, we play with a lot of speed now, so they haven't seen speed like this.
Third down and 12 upcoming for Edmond Memorial. 3 receivers to the right for the Bulldogs. They flare the tailback out in motion. They try and go screen over the middle, and it's bobbled and incomplete. Jalen Moss tipped it. They were looking for Medeiros, the tight end. He's fanned on a couple on this drive, and it's 3 and out.
Well, you know, to run the screen game, to be effective, you got to be able to throw the ball deep. You know, it's vice versa. You throw the ball deep, the screen game's effective. If you can't, then you got to throw the ball deep.
Jacob Varnell will make his second punt for the Bulldogs. Snap off to his left, and it's just a little pooch. He had to get it away before the pressure came. It'll hit at the 45, and nice little rollout across the 50 into Tiger territory as they huddle around it like they're sweepers and curling. They mark it down at the 47-yard line. So that punt went about 10 yards in the air and rolled about 20 more across the 50 to the 48. So
and
another
what makes
drive and
those
good field
tough,
position
yeah,
for BA.
what makes those tough, even though we have great field position, is you can't really field that ball because it's so low and it's bobbling. And so you lose field position, and then you can't really do anything about it.
Sanchez Banks is the tailback to the left of Jake Raines. They give it to Banks on 1st and 10. He's right up the middle across the 50 before he's hit and brought down by Clayton Hedges. 17th carry of the game for the Sanchez.
Made a pretty good initial movement, even though he made 2 yards. Boy, he side straddled the first guy really good. He has that instinct with him about avoiding tackles.
Single receiver left, 2 right. Raines out of the gun, going to fire it. Caught by Keller at the 40, turns upfield. Has enough for the First National Bank first down. They'll mark him out at the 38-yard line.
See, what makes it hard to cover Isaiah is the fact that he can run deep on you and make the play, and then you got to play that, and then he can run shallow on you. It's tough.
Nate Burkhartsmeyer's in the game at right tackle, 74. Replacing Rame. Don't know for sure if his night is over, but one would guess maybe so. 1st and 10 Tigers at the Bulldog 38-yard line. Hand off to Sanchez Banks. He cuts it back up the middle and gets close to the 30. Gain of 8.
Nice little cut back on him. See, the thing with running the outside zone is the back is able to see things. He can bounce it, he can stick it, or cut it back. It's a great play for Banks.
2nd down and 2 coming here from the 30. 9:48 to go, 3rd quarter. Tigers leading comfortably, 35-0. Hand off to Sanchez Banks again up the middle, right at the left hash there. Enough for First National Bank first down to the 27.
Yeah, wrapping the guard back underneath there, that was really nice. That's a neat little play there. We're just trying to create, at the point of attack, more people than you have.
Kewan Tolbert and Sanchez Banks are tied for the most carries in a game this year with 31. Banks did it against Westmore when he ran for 204. That's also a season high. Tolbert did it against Jenks. Banks has 19 carries so far, 144 yards. We'll see how the rest of the night shakes out. They give it to Sanchez again here. This time he's hit and bottled up right at the line of scrimmage. Nice job by Brady Stone to get in there and contained Sanchez right at the line. Blake Horton was in there too.
Yeah, running the split zone. And boy, they just penetrated really hard there. You know, they're taking some chances there on defense. You know, they're trying to put a lot of people in the box there and trying to, you know, keep us off guard.
2nd down and 12 for the Tigers. Twins to the right. Michael Matthews, the tailback behind Raines. Play fake here. Raines sets at the pass, looking
there
right.
it is.
Firing downfield, and Torrey Dillard just dropped it in the end zone. Went right through his hands.
Well, it's just shallow, just short. Threw it a little short. It's kind of hard for him to stop and fetch that ball. But great concept, though. It was open.
Yeah, Raines dropped it over 2 defenders.
Yeah, I had twins to the field, and he just threw the number 1 receiver out, the furthest one out, on a post.
Might have even kind of disappeared because he had to drop it over those 2
Yes.
defenders. Dillard trying to track it, might have kind of lost it right as it went over their heads. Incomplete, 3rd and 12. The line of scrimmage is the 29. Tigers need to get down to the Bulldogs 17. Raines back to pass again, has time, sets his feet, fires left side for Keller. Incomplete.
Yeah, the problem is he gave it away. Jake gave it away by staring the receiver down. You know, when you're staring him down, you know the defender, which is playing pretty loose on him, knows, when you're staring it down, knows that it's going to be a shallow route.
Tigers are going to go for it here on 4th and 12 in no man's land, kind of at the 29-yard line.
Yeah.
Tigers 9 of 14 on 4th downs this season. 2 receivers left, 2 right. Sanchez Banks is the tailback. Raines out of the gun. Back to pass, has time, now rolls to his right, trying to avoid the rush. He's going to keep it at the 25, spins off a man at the 20, still on his feet. He's got the first down at the 15. A helmet flies off. It was Jake's. He loses his helmet at the 13, but it's a gain of 16 and enough for a First National Bank first down.
Yeah, we had a good combination routes there. He just, they had enough pressure on him to get him out of the pocket.
Spun out of a tackle, juked another one.
Because we're running that out and a curl behind it. And, the curl's wide open. And, it was there, but with the pressure, it forced Jake to take off with the ball.
Seth Dodd is the quarterback for this play as Raines had to come out with his helmet off. 1st and 10 Tigers at the 13-yard line. Dodd, stretch play, hands it off to Sanchez Banks. Banks following his blockers at the 10 to the 5. Shakes off a tackler in the end zone for a Tiger touchdown.
See, I just love that play with him. Banks is so good at it. He can surf his blocking. If you watch him real carefully, they're running to the weak side here, but they got the fullback leading. So he could cut it back so he could see it. He saw it close and he bounced it and then hit that little alley in there and right to the goal line.
Ian McDonald tried to tackle him at the goal line and shook right off. Not a chance. 2nd touchdown of the game for Sanchez Banks, the 9th of the season. Crawford on for the PAT. Snap spot, left-footed extra point, up and good. 7:53 to go in the 3rd. Tigers leading 42-0. This is Broken Arrow football.
Can you hear it? It's the sound of hope and health and strength. It's the sound of compassion, of open doors, where people and machines are in tune and miracles occur. It's the sound of personalized healthcare and active communities. It sounds like life, and it's what you hear when you really listen.
The AVB Bank Spotlight Series at the Broken Arrow Performing Arts Center is filled with Tony winners. The Color Purple, Finding Neverland, Tony winner and Oklahoma native Kelly O'Hara in concert, and celebrate the holidays with the legendary Kristen Chenoweth and Sandy Patty together in concert. For more information, visit BrokenArrowPAC.com or call 918-259-5778. The Broken Arrow Performing Arts Center and the Kristen Chenoweth Theater, bringing the world to Broken Arrow.
Welcome back to Broken Arrow. The Tigers lead Edmond Memorial 42-zip. Sanchez Banks, the latest Tiger to score, a 13-yard touchdown. capped out of a 9-play, 52-yard drive in 3 minutes and 3 seconds. Banks now 155 yards in the game on 21 carries. Not bad.
No, and Edmond Memorial has a total yardage of 16. Banks has beat that individually.
So we have that going for us, which is nice. Crawford runs up, left-footed kick is into the end zone by a lot. The Bulldogs wave the white flag, and they'll take it out and give it the old college try at the 20.
You know, the whole thing is this team right here, we're going to Enid next week, and this team here beat Enid 35-0.
Oh boy.
I may have to call in sick and go hang out with
Nope.
Steve Allen and the gang.
Nope. You are a vital part of this operation.
Well, I would rather hang out with Steve Allen and the gang, though.
Well, if I hang out with Steve Allen and the gang, too, nobody's going to call the game. Then we're in trouble. We'll just have to watch it at Forest Ridge with no sound. Here's a snap to Riney. Gives it to Darius Parker. He's going to stretch it out far side left and go nowhere and go out of bounds.
He's just going to run straight out of bounds, lateral, straight out of bounds. 5-yard loss.
Parker has 7 carries and a catch, and I don't know if he's been tackled. Holding on the Bulldogs is the call. Might just decline that. They do. We'll take second and 13. That's fine.
Why would you throw the flag for holding? And no offense. I mean, what I'm saying is you only have 16 total yards.
As Spaff mentioned,
That is
Tigers at
42-0.
Enid next week. It'll be a barn burner. We'll be on the air at 6:30 with the pregame show. 7 o'clock kickoff. Hopefully Spav will man the controls on the radio on the way out there. Riney's pass is incomplete. Looking for Gibbons. He was double covered. 3rd down and 13.
Well,
What should we listen to on the way out there?
Huh?
What do you want to listen to in the car on the way out to Enid?
I don't know.
Pitbull? Your thoughts on Mr. Worldwide, second greatest entertainer of our generation?
Yeah. Well, I think that they need to quit throwing the football.
If anybody has a
use
small private plane that has room for a couple broadcasters to get us home from Enid in a hurry tomorrow or next week, we'll take you up on it. 3rd and 13, Riney back to pass. Almost intercepted.
Gosh.
Are they going to call that a catch?
Did he catch that?
Colin Morris was the intended receiver. Incomplete.
Yeah.
4th and a million.
I thought at least anything was going to be intercepted.
Injury update.
Griffin Stieber was all over the coverage there.
Yeah.
Let's go down to Ryan. What do you have?
Yeah, I talked with some of the training staff after looking down the line. I couldn't find number 3, Adonis Ballard, who had been injured in the first half, and he didn't come back out. So I didn't get much more than that. But hopefully nothing too serious. But definitely not playing the rest of the game.
Ryan, thanks. Tory Dillard makes the fair catch at the 39-yard line. So even better field position than usual on this drive. Dillard figured out the strategy by Memorial, do that low punt, and he just said, you know what? I'm tired of watching this roll for 20 yards. We're going to just come up and catch this thing.
Yeah.
So we'll take over at the 39 and hope for the best on Adonis Ballard. We'll find out some more.
Yeah, we've got a new offense in there
after
right
the
now.
game.
So
kind of hard to tell in a situation like this, too, if they just kept him in there because they didn't need him or if he actually was too hurt to go. We'll see. 1st and 10, Tigers at the 39-yard line. Seth Dodd's the quarterback. Wholesale changes for Tigers. Julian Mosley is the tailback, number 16. He's to the left of Dodd. They give it to Mosley, and there's a flag before the snap. The line judge has offsides on Memorial.
Well, we got new quarterback, new running back, new receivers. We've got a lot of the old line still there, which is good. You want them to have a little bit of success with this.
Neutral zone infraction on Edmond Memorial. We'll move it up 5 yards. It's the second penalty of the game for Memorial. Tigers have 2 as well. Pretty clean game so far. 7:20 to go, 3rd quarter. 42-0 Tigers. Seth Dodd under center. Hands to Julian Mosley. Mosley will take this straight ahead for about a yard to the 33.
Yeah, running the power play. About the only starter out there, I guess, on the line is Ryan Chapman. He's the only one out there, looks like.
Inside 7 minutes to go now, as the clock cannot run fast enough.
Now these guys have to really, this is where you really got to coach. This is where you earn your money as a coach when you play these players.
Seth Dodd out of the gun. Hands it off to Julian Mosley. This time Mosley has a little more room. He gets inside the 30. Looks like right at the stick. Might have enough for a First National Bank first down. We'll see.
Yeah, we pulled Ryan Chapman up in the hole there. I think I'd run behind him too. That's one big kid.
They'll give Mosley the first down. 1st and 10 Tigers at the 28. Raines. Hands off to Mosley. He's got room on that far side right across the 20. 15 inside the 10 before he's finally brought down. Tigers back in the Matt McCoy State Farm red zone. Another First National Bank first down.
You know, we're just running the football, running a stretch to the nub side. We're just where the tight end and got the fullback out there. You know, running that outside zone it's been really big for us here lately, and you're going to have some contained people out there.
1st and goal, Tigers at the 8. Let's get Mosley a touchdown here on senior night. Dodd takes a step, goes fullback this time. It's 98. I think that's Brady Jones. We get into the number shuffle here.
That's pretty cool, giving it a fullback. You know, you don't see that anymore in high school football, where you just hand it to the fullback. Fullback is usually another tight end, and he's just used for either passing or blocking. Or I should say, pass receiving and blocking.
2nd and goal from the 6 coming here.
There's a
Dodd gives
again
to Julian Mosley.
Oh.
Tried to get outside, but he's getting chopped down by Sam Taylor. Nice tackle by Taylor. It'll be 3rd down and goal.
Boy, he got a shoelace tackle there. He's lucky to get that because he would have broke that thing. You know, the way they're lining up, it's just difficult when you have the nub side, which is just a tight end only into the boundary. They're not lining up really quite soundly, so you know you're going to get at least 3 to 5 yards every time. That's before you even get touched.
Play clock down to 6 here. Seth Dodd out of the gun, back to pass, sets his feet, firing. Little fade. He was looking for Ty Rozelle, and it's incomplete.
Yeah, he tried to run a little kind of a double move concept, you know, an in-out type concept. Covered it really well.
Tyler Crawford will come on to attempt a field goal. He's 3 of 6 on the season. This will be about a 22-yarder. Ball spotted on the right hash. No wind to speak of. Bryce Machota will hold. Logan Diller is the long snapper. Play clock down to 3. 1. Now goes to 0. They get the snap off just in time. Left-footed extra point or field goal from Crawford is up and good. So with 4:27 to go in the 3rd, it's 45-0 Tigers. This is Broken Arrow football.
My name is Abigail Bailey. I was at my yearly checkup when I was 12, and we went and got x-rays, and she diagnosed me with scoliosis and that we needed surgery as soon as possible.
Tulsa Bone and Joint was very compassionate. They took their time with us. They answered questions. He was very encouraging.
Dr. Clark helped me see that there is life after spinal fusion. Just because your spine is fused doesn't mean that you can't do what you love to do.
The AVB Bank Spotlight Series at the Broken Arrow Performing Arts Center is filled with Tony winners. The color purple, Finding Neverland, Tony winner and Oklahoma native Kelly O'Hara in concert, and celebrate the holidays with the legendary Kristen Chenoweth and Sandy Patty together in concert. For more information, visit BrokenArrowPAC.com or call 918-259-5778. The Broken Arrow Performing Arts Center and the Kristen Chenoweth Theater, bringing the world to Broken Arrow.
.4:27 to go, third quarter. Tigers leading Edmond Memorial 45-0. Tyler Crawford's left-footed kickoff is away and into the end zone for yet another touchback. Next week, we'll be at Enid. The Tigers will take on the Plainsmen of Enid. 7 o'clock kickoff. Pre-game show at 6:30. Join us to see how many guys we can get in the game and how many the announcer can keep track of. How's that for a sales pitch? The Plainsmen are 0 for the season and trailing UConn right now 61-7 in the fourth. Edmond Memorial beat Enid last week 35-0. So by the transitive property, that'd be an 80-0 score for the Tigers, which is only 4 points off from last year when we beat them 76-rip. But last year in that game, we found out about this freshman named Marion Horn, so never know who we'll find next year. Riney's pass is well overthrown. Brandon Barwick had some pressure. Flag is down. I think they'll get him for roughing the passer.
We're trying to throw the ball deep, but
roughing the passer's the call on Barwick. So they'll move that up to the 35. And that penalty was longer than all the yards Edmond Memorial's gained up to this point. That penalty was 15 yards. They had 13. Motion here. Riney hands it off to his tailback. It was almost offside, leaning so far before the snap.
yeah, just backside. Our backside lineman just makes the play.
Wait.
You know, they have a pretty neat concept of what they're doing there, running the football there, by trying to get a lot of people to the point of attack without pulling a lineman. They're doing it with fullbacks. But the difference is you got to block backside.
It's kind of a mix 50-50 of starters and backups here for the defense.
Yeah.
Kane Hadaway is still in there. Jalen Moss is still in there. So the starting D-line is in there. Horns out there. Michael Matthews is at safety. Robert Spears-Jennings is playing some corner. This is a handoff to Williams. He'll make a nice little cut back there. Corey Callens made the tackle. And 34, Buddy Mack was in there as well. Backup middle linebacker. 3rd down and 7 coming up here.
Again, this is where you got to really push these kids, because this is going to be, a lot of these are going to be your starters next year. And you got to make them play just like your starters would. And what helps is by having like Corey Callens out there and some of those others to help the others.
3rd and 7. Riney back to pass, firing. He's got Medeiros that time across the 50. Bulldogs are going to have a little first down here. Down to the 48-yard line.
That's all right. Be there. You know, the whole point is they threw the ball. He caught it, but we were there. Made the tackle. Let's go. Make him snap again.
Clock continues to run. 2:39 to go, 3rd quarter. Tigers up 45-0. Scores of interest after this play. Riney takes the shotgun snap, gives to Williams. Jalen Moss just swallows him up and pulls him down from behind.
See, that's backside. They pulled the whole student body there, and they didn't block.
That's gonna blow out a knee getting caught from behind like that.
I know. Well, you didn't block Jalen, but obviously that's kind of like a read play with the quarterback, and the quarterback didn't keep it. So, and Jalen didn't. He was just saying the quarterback's not going to run with the football, and I would too.
Loss of 3. It's 2nd and 13 now, back across the 50 at the Bulldog 49. Riney, play fake, going to that middle screen to nobody. If you had to pick someone, it would be Mason Williams, but it's closer to the turf than anybody.
Well, I think I've seen about 4 screens by Edmond Memorial. Not one of them worked. Not one of them was completed. And they're not going to work if you can't throw the ball vertical.
It's a final in UConn. The Millers beating it 61-7. Carson Riney out of the gun on 3rd and 13, firing. Who was that to? Wow. Incomplete.
Gosh.
Back to the scoreboard. Jenks leading Santa Fe 23-20. That game in the 3rd. Back and forth that one goes. Norman is up 48-24. Doubled up on Westmore in the 3rd. So Tigers seem to have that one in hand. Mustang PC North on the other side has gone back and forth. Mustang now leads 30-27 in the 3rd. Union played last night, beat Southmore 57-rip. Owasso is up on Moore 20-0. Jacob Varnell back to punt for the Bulldogs. Tigers don't bring any pressure. Varnell's punt gets away. It's going to bounce inside the 20 and keep rolling. Man, they get a lot of roll out of those.
I know, but this is the problem, is what I'm saying. We just lost 5, 10, 15, 17 yards of field position there by letting the ball roll. You've got to get to the point and play it on the bounce or catch the ball. You've got to field those balls because that field position really adds up. It's real crucial. I've seen the ball hit on like the 40 and roll all the way down the end zone.
You talk about that bounce and returning it. I think back to, remember Trey Watts in the conference championship game for TU when Bill Blankenship was there against Central Florida. He picked up one on a bounce and ran it back to the house, and that totally changed the game.
But you got to practice it.
Sure.
You got to practice that bounce.
1st and 10 Tigers at their own 8.
Bounced it.
Give to Julian Mosley here. He gets to the 15. Let's go down to Ryan.
Yeah, to Spav's point of coaching in the second half and different guys touching the ball, and to what you were just talking about, I saw Coach Alexander come up to Omarion Hornis as soon as he got off the field and probably telling him exactly what you had said up there, Spav, about, man, we lost 5 to 10 yards on that. In another game where that does matter, it's going to come into play.
Yeah. But, those are things you got to practice. You got to really practice those things.
2nd down and 2. This handoff is to Mosley again. Enough for First National Bank, first down to the 20. 35 seconds to go here in the 3rd, and the clock is running. Should be the last play of the 3rd quarter. Now they stop it for an injured Bulldog. 70, so that's 76 or 75. 75 Hedges is a little tender as he's walking off the field. He's holding his left hand. So I think we have one more play to go here in the 3rd. No, maybe not, because when they started the play clock, they can run this thing all the way down if they want.
Yeah, I think that's what we're going to do, yeah.
As the Pride's playing the Offspring, Spav, how about that?
Yeah, I know.
It's classic. Play that again. Turn that up. 3rd quarter is going to come to an end with our score 45-0. 12 minutes to go here after this. You're listening to Broken Arrow Football.
The Tigers of 1999 closed out the century with a 7-5 record. Rebounding from a shaky start to the season, the Tigers, led by junior Mickey Nickel and spirited senior Tyler Wellhausen, finished strong, going 5-2 in their last 7 games, including a thrilling 34-21 victory over the Owasso Rams in the playoffs, where sophomore running back Keith Jacobs set a single-game rushing record. This great moment in Tiger history is brought to you by First National Bank of Broken Arrow, a loyal fan of our community for over 100 years. First National Bank of Broken Arrow, the right balance.
"12 minutes to go here from Broken Arrow Memorial Stadium. The Tigers lead Edmond Memorial 45-0. Charlie Animal, Steve Spavital, Ryan Wyckoff back with you here as we close the books on senior night. Tigers will head to Enid next week to finish the regular season, then back here for a home playoff game on November 15th. District race depends a lot on what's going on in Jenks right now. The Trojans lead Santa Fe 23-20, and if you're a Tiger fan, you want Jenks to win this one, because then that means that the Tigers and Trojans will likely finish the district race at 6-1. Santa Fe will have 2 losses, and the Tigers will have the district title for the second straight year.
That would be nice, yeah. We need that.
Seth Dodd is the quarterback to start the fourth quarter. He's been out there for a few plays now. Hands it off to Julian Mosley. He'll get a couple. We'll have second down.
I think we got all, we got all new linemen in there now. We don't have, like I say, this is where you really need to coach them. How about the band at halftime? Was that not like wild?
Yeah, their show's awesome.
I know, man. I'm telling you.
They'll compete.
And I'm a football guy.
They'll compete in the OBA State Championship tomorrow. Handoff here to Mosley. Nice cutback. He's got a seam here outside the hashes across the 35, across the 30. They're still just rumbling. Wow. Nice run by Mosley.
I'll tell you what was crazy about the band when they were practicing earlier this afternoon. I come up here in the press box and they had all these computers out. Man, I thought I was breaking out a cold sweat because I thought I was trying to solve some type of calculus puzzle here up there, because it was like crazy.
Yeah, you're used to drawing up 11 guys at a time.
I know, man. They're up there.
Try moving 300.
I'm trying to understand it, and it's like AP calculus course going on.
First and 10 Tigers from their own 37-yard line. This is to Michael Matthews. He spins up to the 40.
He had a nice cut going.
It's not Matthews. It's the other 21. It's Mason Elmore. I think.
He had a nice little cut going there.
It's either Mason Elmore or Lance Young. This is the point where we text the offensive coordinator. 2nd and 7. Handoff here. Not a whole lot.
Backside. You know, we had point of attack. We had the hole going. We pulled the guard up in there, but backside got us. We just didn't block backside with the left tackle. I tell you what's important with these kids too that you got to coach is like when we had 3 receivers to the field then. Well, what's their spacing like? I mean, you want their spacing to be perfect, because every play you go out there, you know, these kids are going to be +2 on the hash, -2 on the hash, you know, whatever. They have points of interest they have to hit.
Seth Dodd out of the gun. Hands it off here. Nice cutback across the 45. Enough for the first down. I think it's Lance Young on the carry to the 49. First National Bank first down.
Very nice, very nice. Keep the drive going. You know, we're running the football. We're doing a good job. There's a lot of teams I've played that they're going to continue to throw the ball. You know, you look at what my son is when they run that Leach offense. You know, I mean, it's they have to throw the ball, and you're ahead so much. You hate doing that.
9 minutes to go now. Tigers up comfortably, 45-0.
There's the lead. There's the stretch.
There's a handoff to Julian Mosley. He gets across the 50 to the 48, we'll call it, between friends. Gain of 3.
Yeah, he just needs to bounce out a little bit, get out there. You know, I hate telling a running back what he should do or what he shouldn't do, because I'm not in his eyes. I'm not seeing out of his eyes, so.
Second down and 7 coming here. Ball at the 48-yard line. I formation behind Seth Dodd. Little delay here for Julian Mosley. He'll get a yard or two down to the 46. It'll be third down. And
we're just allowing a lot of penetration right now, and it's just messing up the whole plays. It's just real difficult to continue these. I mean, we're making yardage, but we're allowing too much penetration for these plays to have a lot more success.
If you're looking for something to do, the Broken Arrow Basketball Showcase presented by Rib Crib will take over the high school campus tomorrow. 17 players with college offers, about 20 teams competing in the main gym and both auxiliary gyms. This handoff to Mosley on third down is going to be swallowed up in the backfield for a loss. Sam Taylor, the first Bulldog in there on the tackle, and the Tigers will have to punt.
I don't know what's going to be better. Is that basketball showcase or Rib Crib?
Great call.
Rib Crib does such a great job at our games. Oh my gosh. You talk about a big time hit. With all the workers here, we can't get the principals out on the field.
Tyler Crawford is back to punt this one. He rolls to his left. Keep it. And he gets the punt away. Angling for that coffin corner. Wow, this is a great punt.
Nice
Gets at the
kick.
7 or so.
Right
roll
there
out of
on
bounds
the
at
2.5.
Nice. I think there's Diller, the long snapper, that got down there down.
What a great kick. I thought he was going to keep it there for a minute.
Let's go down to Ryan. He says, a uniform swag up there.
Well, you know, Charlie, high school football players, you know, you've got to wear the same jersey, same pants, a lot of times even the same socks. So only so many ways you can show your swag, if you will. I've been looking around a lot of cleats lately. I'd like to give the cleats of the game to our good friend, Mr. Andrew Rame. I see a lot of black, a lot of gold, a lot of mixture. He's got the white and off-white Jordan cleats. So getting ready for that time he's going to spend at OU, I guess. But swag of the game, Andrew Rame.
Nice, Ryan, thanks. First down and 10 from the 3. Handoff to Mason Williams.
Yeah, split zone.
Give him 2 yards. That was Nate Williams. My bad.
I hate to say split zone because they don't really zone block.
That basketball showcase will start at 10 with Metro Christian and Norman. Broken Arrow's first matchup is at 12:55 against PC West. Tigers also play Kingfisher at 2:05, Heritage Hall at 2:40, and Midwest City at 3:50. These are scrimmages. So you can't keep a full score. You can run like 2 halves, but you have to zero it out at the half. But it'll be a good look at your Tigers and a lot of elite prospects. This is a carry by Mason Williams.
I think what Bo was talking about too is, you know, there's going to be a lot of college coaches there, you know, from Kansas, everywhere. They're all going to be here because I think there's one scrimmage in particular. He said there's going to be 8 Division I players on the court.
Do you think if anyone from Kansas comes, there'll be FBI agents?
Yeah.
Just keeping an eye on things?
Yeah, probably.
Come on down. We'd love to have you.
Yeah.
First and 10, Bulldogs from their own 16. Riney back to pass, firing far side. Caught, out of bounds.
Oh,
flag.
he's going to get flagged.
Not sure how you can throw a flag on him. He goes out of bounds. Whatever.
Well, he couldn't see it because it was.
Yeah. I don't know. Whatever.
It's got to be. The call should actually be the linesman that was running down the field because everything was turned from him. When I was coaching, those middle back referees, the secondary ones, I used to yell at them and see if I can get their attention. If I got their attention, then I knew they weren't doing their job very well.
You would try to do shenanigans during the game? I don't believe it.
Well, you can't listen to crowd noise. That will defeat you. I remember when my dad always taught me there's 3 things that are going to get you beat: negative thought, listening to crowd noise, and putting self-pressure on yourself.
Head up there to Mason Williams. Ball's free. Tigers said to have it.
Baby.
Recovery by Garrett Heinsley, and it's first 10 Tigers. Boy, Garrett. Now there's a flag down. Some celebration. Sportsman like something or other.
Holy.
Sportsman like the call on the Tigers. They'll keep the football, though, backing up 15. Should be first and 10. Don't forget to join us for Inside Tiger Football presented by Rib Crib, the reason why we have all that awesome Rib Crib in the hospitality room. Special time next week with Thunder basketball, so that'll be Tuesday at 6 o'clock. You can listen live on 97.1 FM as Coach Alexander and I break down this one and look ahead to Enid and the start of the playoffs. Inside Tiger Football presented by Rib Crib, Tuesday at 6:30. Listen live on the Animal and then podcast it just by searching Broken Arrow Public Schools wherever you get your podcasts. Marcion Johnson got the carry there. No gain. 5:10 to go and count.
Come on now, we got to get some blocking here now. We got to fight. We got to get old Rowdy Harper out there. Get those guys blocking. You know, we're going to lose a lot of linemen next year. These are going to be them, so we got to really coach them hard.
2nd and 10 from the 50, 4:45 to go. Hand off to Johnson. He fights forward to the 48. Pickup of 2. Stay with us on the Animal. After we wrap this one up, Kevin Ward and the gang will have all the scores from around Green Country on the scoreboard show, including a barn burner over there at Jinx. It's still 23-20 in the third at last report. Mustangs pulled ahead of PC North 37-27. Norman up big on Westmore, still 49-31. 3rd down and 8 Tigers. They give it to Lance Young, trying to take it right. Nice cutback there, got a few more. Inside the 45 to the 42. 4th down and 2. Inside 4 minutes to go. Tigers leading Edmond Memorial 45-0. Coach Alexander is going to move to 6-0 against Edmond Memorial in his career. The combined score right now would be 268-35.
That's awesome. That's great. Yeah. Well, we're up to about 400 yards of offense here, and they have 44.
OJ is 50-18 for his career, 6th season here at BA. We go to 33-3 against the West Side. 4th down play, they're going to mark, I think, short. Line to gain.
Yeah, we needed to get that. We needed to get that.
I have a feeling the Memorial offense might have been pulling for that one too. Yeah. Keep running that clock. We're good over here.
I mean, we got to go back out there again.
We're back out. Okay, we're ready.
How would you like to be their offensive coordinator, trying to figure out a play that works?
We've still got the ones out there. Carson Riney, the quarterback.
Oh, yeah.
Darius Parker, the tailback. Motion. Little jet sweep. Far side right. They're cut it back, just fall down. That's fine. We're good here. Trace Evans, the ball carrier, saw, I think it was Darian Moss coming, said, I'm out. Down's fine. Was it Buddy Mack on the tackle there? Buddy Mack on the tackle.
Boy, time sure have changed.
Do you give them what's the rule? Do you give them a full tackle or do you just give them a half on that?
I don't know.
When they lay down,
I wouldn't even give him
do you give them a full tackle?
No.
You got to give him something.
He tackled himself.
2nd and 13 from the 38-yard line. Riney's going to throw it. Caught. Got a man, that's Colin Morris. He's still on his feet across the 50. Now tiptoeing down the sideline. I thought he was out of bounds. He was close. They're going to keep him with it all the way inside the 20.
That official, he's having a hard time keeping up.
Got him down to the 17-yard line.
I know. I don't know if he could see. He's like, oh, my God.
Spins out of the tackle here. He's going to be hard to tell on that shot. Man, it was real close, which at this point, that was a 45-yard gain.
They just doubled their offensive performance.
Just what I was going to say.
Yeah.
84 passing yards, 2 rushing yards. Here's Edmond Memorial throwing it again, incomplete. Looking back for the hot hand, Colin Morris, incomplete. Carson Ryan is 7 of 23 on the night, 83 yards.
You know, back in my day, if we ran the ball out of bounds, I guarantee you we wouldn't be playing anymore. I mean, the coach would be ripping my face off and said, you can't play anymore. Now, I don't know what brought that thought in my head. I'm sorry. But it's like, gosh. These kids just fall down.
Darius Parker, they tackled him. I think it's the first time he's been tackled. Jalen Johnson brings him down. He was trying his best to get to the sideline.
I know. His problem was he tried to juke us.
He's looking at the referee like, how'd you let him tackle me? Now there's a clock stop here. I think it's to get Jalen Johnson off the field. 1:51 to go.
I'm wondering what they're looking at on their wristbands.
And Luke Orvis is going to take a timeout. Back in your day, what would happen if they called a timeout down 45 with 2 minutes to go?
Oh, gosh. I'm just telling you, man, times have changed. You know, they tackle themselves. They walk to the sideline when the kickoff's being kicked. They don't field any punts. They don't. Very little offensive performance.
We're tied over at Jinx, 23-23, the fourth.
That's a ball game. Of course, that was a ball game with us too.
Correct.
So and Jinx has improved. I really think by watching a little bit I've seen, they've been improving every week. And obviously, they're playing a good football team.
1:51 to go here in this one. 3rd down and 9 coming here from the Broken Arrow 16. Tigers up 45-0, trying to protect the shutout. Carson Riney takes the shotgun snap, drops back, firing in the end zone from Medeiros, and he hauled it in.
He caught it.
Peyton Medeiros hauls in the touchdown.
Oh my God, that quarterback just got murdered.
Ryan Wyckoff, take it away.
You know, something to note on that, Coach Alexander saw something he didn't like before that play. He actually tried to call a timeout from the coach's box, but that referee was not able to hear him, so Coach Alexander saw that coming.
Ryan, thanks, Babb. That's our guy. That's the line judge.
He's only 80 years old. Man, you got it.
Who's yelling at me? And, yeah, we're going for 2. Why wouldn't we here? Carson Riney's out there. Back in Spavs Day, this never would have happened. Riney
absolutely
throwing it. You got to be kidding me.
Well, we didn't even cover him.
2-point conversion caught by Caleb Neesmith. I mean, come on.
They go for 2, and we don't even cover the wideout out there.
So we can only presume Edmond Memorial will throw the onside kick team out here, down 104 with 1:41 to go. $45-8 our score with 1:41 to go in the fourth. Our spotter tonight was Mr. Sean Morgan. Did a bang-up job as always. We even had to send him into the visiting coaches booth to try and figure out who 15 was. They didn't know, so we had to send Ryan across the field the other sideline. Team effort. Total team effort here.
We can find out those numbers one way or the other.
You're not getting anything past us, folks.
And Sean's like the man that can do anything. You know, last week, what did he do? He had to go run the clock.
Yeah, the guy that was
Clock guy didn't
the guy that was
show up.
hiring the clock people dropped the ball on that one. I don't know who that is.
I know. Sean had to go take care of it.
There's 3 people in the booth. One of them's responsible for hiring the clock guy. It's not me and it's not Sean. I don't know who it is.
I don't know.
It's somebody.
That's why I need to go hang out with Steve Allen.
Terry Sprider and Nolan Couch are responsible for the beautiful pictures you're watching on ArrowVision. Kenneth Rumsey's our engineer back at Sports Animal and producer back at Sports Animal World Headquarters, making sure we sound okay and all those commercials get played on time. As we have 1:41 to go here in this one. 45-8. They're going to kick it away. It's a little bit of a squibber. It's going to be fielded by Torrey Dillard at his 2. They're going to return this one. Dillard has a seam to far side across the 20. And they'll mark him down about the 22. Minute 33 to go. Edmond Memorial has 2 timeouts left.
I don't think they're going to be. If they use one of them,
if they use one,
I'm done.
Spav's doing the post-game show because I'm out.
Yeah. Sean's going to take over. Here, Sean.
No, Sean's going next door into the booth to regulate on the coach's booth. Yeah, he can't. What are you guys doing?
Oh. Yeah.
Seth Dodd gives this one to Julian Mosley. No, it's not Mosley. It's 9. Leighton, no. It's not Leighton Hewitt, and I know it ain't Miles Slusher. Huh.
Yeah, we're playing a lot of bodies right now.
Rondé Brown, 5'7", 145-pound sophomore. One of the 4 9s on the roster. Must be a popular number. Inside a minute, 55 seconds to go. 45-8 Tigers.
A little different size of our offensive line out there.
They'll give it to Rondé Brown.
See, Andrew Rames is 6'5", 6'6". And I look out here right now, we got a 5'8" guard.
It goes by LJ. RJ. Ryan says RJ. The voice sneaks into my right ear. It's RJ Brown. Yeah, it is. Play clock is
looks like
well
the
ahead of
chains
the
are
game
stuck.
clock.
Looks like the chains are stuck.
That's going to do it. Bill Shepard,
There we go.
the referee, lifts the ball in the air, says game's over, clock's at 10. We don't care. We're done here. Tigers win it 45-8.
Great job.
A nice showing from Broken Arrow on senior night, including an awesome touchdown catch to Andrew Ray. Get all sorts of promotion over that as we wait for Ryan to try and catch up with Coach Alexander after he gets done with the handshakes. Tigers improve to 7-2, 5-1 in district play. As the Tigers run down to talk with the Pride, and then they'll huddle up with Coach A.
Great
45-8 our final here on senior night.
You know, everything he wanted. He wanted to execute, wanted to start fast, and wanted to raise their level.
Let's go down to Ryan.
Coach, you get a big win here on senior night. What does this do going into your final game of the season?
Well, you know, we did some really good things on all 3 phases. We got turnovers. We scored on special teams with the block punt. Had some big runs. We played pretty sharp. So hopefully we can carry that next weekend.
Hey, Coach, congratulations.
There's Ryan Coach Alexander. Not a whole lot you need to say after a 45-8 complete win for the Tigers.
No, it was complete, yeah. You know, like I said, he did everything that he asked for. You know, he said Coach Alexander said he wanted to raise their level of play. He did that. Started fast, they executed well, and score a lot of points. He did all of those. So I'm really impressed.
We'll take a timeout. Back with a quick post-game show after this. You're listening to Broken Arrow Football.
With kids, life is one big adventure. So you need a strong financial partner like TTCU Federal Credit Union. They're always ready to help. And every TTCU checking account comes with a School Pride debit card. Every time you use your card, TTCU donates to schools. What better way to make a difference? Checking account? Why not call it your living account? TTCU. Life is better in balance.
The AVB Bank Spotlight Series at the Broken Arrow Performing Arts Center is filled with Tony winners. The color purple, Finding Neverland, Tony winner and Oklahoma native Kelly O'Hara in concert, and celebrate the holidays with the legendary Kristen Chenoweth and Sandy Patty together in concert. For more information, visit brokenarrowpac.com or call 918-259-5778. The Broken Arrow Performing Arts Center and the Kristen Chenoweth Theater, bringing the world to Broken Arrow.
Matthews Ford in Broken Arrow is known for offering nice deals on a great selection of cars, trucks, and SUVs, but we don't stop there. Matthews Ford helps to keep your vehicle running right in the quick lane. Tires, brakes, batteries, oil service, you name it, the factory-trained experts at Quick Lane can handle it, and on your schedule. Give it a try. You'll see why life is better in the quick lane. Log on to MatthewsFordBA.com for a no-hassle, informative, convenient, easy way to shop, which is a nice deal. Matthews Ford.
Can you hear it? It's the sound of hope and health and strength. It's the sound of compassion, of open doors, where people and machines are in tune and miracles occur. It's the sound of personalized healthcare and active communities. It sounds like life, and it's what you hear when you really listen.
Welcome back to Broken Arrow, where the Tigers are now 7-2 on the season after a 45-8 win over Edmond Memorial. Sanchez Banks, the leading rusher, 21 carries, 155 yards, 2 touchdowns. Jake Rains, 7 of 14 passing, 89 yards, and 2 touchdowns. His leading receiver was Isaiah Keller, 4 catches for 44 yards. Keon Barnett had 2 for 35 and a score. Torrey Dillard had 1 for 10 and a score. And Andrew Rame had a catch for 8 yards and a score. That one was thrown by Isaiah Keller. Scoring summaries like this: Sanchez Banks got it started, 37-yard touchdown, made it 7-0. After that, it was a touchdown pass from Rains to Barnett, 21 yards, made it 14-zip. Rains to Dillard, made it 10-yard touchdown there, made it 21-0. And then we had a boomer, Isaiah Keller to Andrew Rame, an 8-yard score, made it 28-0. That was going to be how we got to the half, and then Keon Barnett recovered a fumble for a touchdown on that punt. 35-0 was our halftime score. Sanchez Banks added another touchdown early in the third quarter to make it 42-0. Tyler Crawford hit a 22-yard field goal late in the third, and then with a minute 41 to go in the game, Carson Riney hit Peyton Medeiros for a 16-yard touchdown. They, some reason, went for 2 and got it, so that's how we got to 45-8. For the Tigers, 384 total yards, 97 through the air, 287 on the ground, 103 yards for Edmond Memorial, 100 through the air, 3 on the ground. Spav, before my voice goes out, do you have any final thoughts?
Well, I'm just telling you, it was a perfect game for us. I mean, execution-wise, you know, we didn't have the turnovers. Did a great job on special teams. Great job on special teams. I'm telling you, we got the field goal. We did a good job on blocking the punt. We almost blocked several others. Real impressed with that, and that's going to be a good sign for what we do. And I like what we were doing offensively by getting the ball in Isaiah's hands in different ways, and I'm looking forward to seeing the other ways we can do that, because we have one more game. We won't show anything next week, but then, you know, we'll have things ready for the first round. So I'm excited. It was a great win, and now we're just going to the next one.
Don't forget, special time next week, 6 o'clock on Tuesday for Inside Tiger Football, presented by Rib Crib due to Thunder Basketball, I think it's 6 o'clock. Maybe it's 5:30. I should double check that. Either way, we'll be on the air early. Tigers go to Enid next week. Stand by as I frantically check my email to make sure I give you the right time for the coach's show. We'll be on at 5:30. Special time next week is 5:30. If you tune in at 6, you can hear Bill Huddleston with the Muskogee Rougher Hour. So join us at 5:30 for Inside Tiger Football presented by Root Crib. I knew that didn't sound right. It's been a long night. For my partner Steve Spavital and Ryan Wyckoff down on the field, this is Charlie Hannum saying good night from Broken Arrow, where the Tigers win 45-8. Scoreboard show's coming up right after this.
This ArrowVision broadcast is copyrighted by Broken Arrow Public Schools for the private use of our audience. This broadcast may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form without the expressed written consent of Broken Arrow Public Schools.